Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris. I'm here with my wife Amy, and tonight we're talking tools, but not only that, we're going to be checking out the new Cobalt Virtually Indestructible flashlights. So they say. Big shout out to a couple people. Neil the Maintenance Man with the $9.99 super chat. So Neil, we haven't even taken this out of the package yet. And you know what they say, this is a virtually indestructible flashlight? Well, hopefully it still works, but we'll find out very shortly. So Greg.
Shout out, yeah, to Greg Barnett.
Yep.
Thank you for coming in the $5 super chat.
So what do you have, honey? So she's got the 100 lumen pen light flashlights. And for that $5 super chat from Greg, we got that one too, and hopefully they'll still work because guess what? They're supposed to be virtually indestructible.
Also joining the stream, Princess Jamie, thank you for your $5 super chat and for showing support. Always love to see you in the stream.
So for Princess Jamie, well, she gave us a super chat. We'll just throw both of them. So
that's 2 throws.
You know what?
Each? I don't know. Do I need to keep track of the destruction?
She's coming to the party, and you know what? This is dollars for destruction. Again, we haven't even turned these on. We hopefully don't have defective ones right out of the gate, but you never know. So we should maybe.
It's not childproof.
They didn't, but in case of childproof, we do have the Warrior power shears from Harbor Freight. We're going to go ahead and open these flashlights up because this one and this one, actually there's a set of 4. And honestly, I'm not really a super flashlight guy. Like if it turns on, great. If it doesn't, well, then hopefully we either need to recharge the batteries or get some new ones. These are not rechargeable. They have and come with batteries, but we're going to go ahead. These are said to be waterproof. Now, when I say waterproof, they're said to be IPX7. So that means they're waterproof up to about, how deep, honey? They're about 1 meter. So 1 meter deep for up to 30 minutes.
I was not there when you purchased these. I'm sorry. I do not know the info.
And we have all the info on a little sheet of paper here.
Have not read it.
That we printed out. So we are good to go. And we're going to go ahead, open these up, and we're going to go ahead and dump this in the bucket of water right back there.
Should we wait for more people to join?
But we got to wait for 30 minutes. They say IPX7 is 30 minutes in the water, so we got to get this started. Otherwise, we're going to be here all night long. Unless you guys want us to be here all night long, then go ahead and give my wife some more money, and we'll throw around some more flashlights.
Oh, gosh. I have to learn about your cool flashlight.
All right, so we are breaking into the Virtually Indestructible pen lights. This is a 2-pack. Comes with AA batteries. They're Duracell ones. So I don't know. I haven't had a chance to check these out. So I'll let my wife tell you about the texture, the feel, the weight.
It's very lightweight. Probably the on switch, the power switch. Oh, I like that they have the Cobalt stamp on it. I don't know if you can see. This camera is extremely high tonight. I feel like a child in this frame.
There we go.
Oh.
How's that?
Okay. It has their K logo.
That's pretty cool. Sorry, that's good attention to detail.
I'm not able to show it off. I do like that. I like that little detail. It probably doesn't matter to everybody. I also like how they stamp, I don't know what you would call that, the little clip, Cobalt. I know it's nice, it's sleek. I mean, it's going to weigh more probably when we put the batteries in, but for now it's pretty lightweight. I like the feel of it, and I like the texture of the rubber grip thing.
Now, these are supposedly available at the store because that's where I picked them up. So I don't know how every Lowe's is because everyone's slightly different. Now, I'm really looking forward to the 24-volt Razor Cobalt power scooter. Yeah, the 2-wheeled scooter. And it's not in my store, but people on Reddit have it, and I don't.
He really does want this. Okay, I do have to make a quick note. So I'm just messing around. So I'm trying to do the on switch. Maybe my thumb is just not very strong. But I feel like I have to like.
We'll try it with the batteries.
Yeah.
So
I have to push.
the pen light has a high.
It's harder for me to do it.
A high and a low. That's it. If you purchase the other lights, so they have the 600 lumen, the 350, and they also have the 1000 lumen one. Those have a high, a low, and a strobe. Now, I don't know what your guys' feeling on the strobes are, how often you use them or not. Definitely on the pen light, I don't feel like I truly need a strobe for the majority of tasks that I'm working on. But I mean, what do you guys think? Do you like the strobe feature or do you not like the strobe feature?
I don't know what you would use a strobe for.
You could use it for like signaling.
Okay, well, I mean, okay, well, that is obvious. Besides that, I guess. Okay.
Strobe gets in the way. I think it's annoying because you're flipping through modes and typically you're trying to see something and then you start the strobe accidentally through no fault of your own and then you blind yourself.
Okay, so is this, how do I know it's the high-low?
Well, is it brighter than that? That looks like high. That looks like low. All right, so we have these screwed down, at least this one. There is a rubber gasket on there for the waterproof. It doesn't look like the top comes off, at least on the pen light. So we are turned on. It's about 9:42. We have a bucket of water back here.
Do you want me to just start a timer?
And we're going to go ahead and throw this light in. It's supposed to have a runtime of roughly around 3 hours. So
do you want me to set like a 15-minute timer and then we can?
Sure, go ahead. That'd be a great idea.
Okay, it started.
All right, it's still working. Here, this is going to be better. Can you see right there on the bucket?
Oh, yeah.
There's a blue light.
Yep. Now they can see it.
Move it around.
Yeah, they can see it.
Okay, so it's fully submerged in the water, and we'll come back and check on that here very shortly and see how it works. Streamlight and close light sell me on why one over the other. You know what? Got to look at what's best for you. I mean, what's really interesting about these Cobalt lights, and maybe it's just Lowe's in general and how they market it. If you go to their website or even purchase these in the store, this is probably the one biggest thing that really annoys me is these lights. If you read on the website, we check out on the package back here.
Talking about their warranty.
Okay, this is their warranty. Get this. Lifetime hassle-free guarantee. You should never have a problem with your Cobalt tools. However, if you do, return the item to the place of purchase for a free replacement. No questions asked. Okay. Why on the website, when I go to purchase these, do you want to add a service plan for it? What do you need a service plan for a lifetime hassle-free guarantee?
I say you do not need to purchase that. Hopefully you did not
get
suckered in.
Yeah, I would say don't get suckered into the warranty when it comes with a lifetime warranty. Not only that, if you have any problems, you can call 1-888-3-COBALT. And I've heard, you know, hit or miss both ways. I can tell you I've called them before to replace something, and they simply just asked me for a date of purchase or if I had a proof of purchase. And I did, thankfully. And they basically shipped me out the swivel adapter that I needed. Other times I've heard they'll give you an RMA number and you just take it to the store and the store will give you your money back or a gift card or something like that. Home Depot does it that same way with their Husky brand. Sometimes it's even easier with Husky. When I've done something with Husky and they no longer have it in stock, they've issued me an electronic gift card on site. Like so no questions asked either. So that's pretty cool.
I haven't seen you buy anything from Husky for a while. Why are the DeWalt flashlights, the 20 volts, so expensive?
Partly you're paying for some of the name.
Man, you stole the words from my mouth. You're probably paying for the name.
They also, it depends on what kind of actual LED and circuitry they use. When LEDs first came out, Cree was like the big name, and you paid extra for that Cree light bulb name or LED name. And today, I think you can get some pretty decent, cheap LED light bulbs, LED flashlights online, and I've been pretty impressed. Well,
okay, I like this comment. It has a lifetime warranty. How does one extend it beyond its lifetime?
That is a great question. So in order to save you money, the package on here does say lifetime warranty, doesn't say limited, says it gives you certain rights in specific states. This guarantee excludes the batteries, and that's kind of a given.
Oh, they're batteries.
They're batteries.
I do like how this one, oh man, never mind. I thought they gave you more than you needed. Okay, never mind. They probably needs all 4 of these. Okay, because the other one took 2. I was gonna say, I like how they gave you extras, but they only gave you what you need. But at least they're giving you batteries.
Yeah, I mean, that's to get you started. And sometimes if they clearance these things out or they don't sell very well, they'll start marking them down. And I've seen it where, you know, a flashlight like this for $4, granted, it's only 4 batteries, but I'd pay $4 for this. Unfortunately, this is listing right now for $14.98.
I was gonna say, how much did you buy?
Which still isn't a bad price for what they say is a virtually indestructible flashlight. So we're gonna go ahead and open that one up, and we'll see if it works.
I feel like I hear one of our children, so I'm gonna be right back.
Oh, okay. Well, we had somebody say, I have the DeWalt 12-volt flashlight and I love it. $50 at Lowe's and worth every penny of it. And they aren't cheap knockoff batteries either. Yeah, knockoff batteries aren't cheap. There really is a difference between batteries, between getting a knockoff and an actual Panasonic, Sony, Sanyo, some of the name brand cells. Let's go ahead and open this one up. This is not the full 1000 lumen light, but this is the 600 lumen light. And we're not here just to fully talk about just flashlights because that wouldn't be the most exciting. We do have a lot of new stuff in the back. We got the...
Oh, somebody asked about this. Did you buy this today? I feel like this is new.
That is new. Yeah, that is correct. Oh. So we're going to be working on, and it's going to take a couple more days, but...
Like a lot of new stuff. I know you went to the store today.
There's actually so many good deals out right now, guys. You really have to be cautious with your money to make sure.
Side note, I've barely seen my husband today, so I'm excited to see with you for the first time what he purchased.
Large flashlights have mini AA or AAA batteries. Yeah, they do stink. This one does have just the 4, so we're gonna go ahead and open this.
Can I use the thing?
Yeah, you can try.
Oh my gosh, this thing is fun. How do you want me to open this?
However you want.
Like, is it? Do you want me to go?
It's supposed to be virtually indestructible.
What? No, I mean like just the package.
However you want. However is going to work for you.
I feel like it should go this way.
So you can see it.
Oh, I'm not a very good demonstrator.
She's gonna gut me.
Guess I'm just getting you back for all the tools you bought, right? I'm just kidding.
Cut it right across the flashlight. It can be the first test. Yeah.
Gosh,
we do have one extra blade for this, but that's about it. I do like this. I mean,
it's really fun.
I actually have not recharged it since I did the video.
I feel like I haven't seen that in a while. Like, where's it been hiding? I feel like I could have used that.
Right there in that green icon toolbox.
Oh, I guess I just had to go look for it.
Okay, so this flashlight is said to have high and low, and it also
doesn't this one
has strobe. It does have the waterproof gasket on there. Oh. And it does have one of those little battery banks that can actually be annoying.
I've never seen anything like that. So I put my batteries in here.
And it's only open or able to be opened on one side. It's an aluminum housing.
Okay, I've literally never seen anything like this. I'm sure you guys have.
It's a flashlight. Some people love them. Some people don't really use them. I like them. I like the pen lights. I have a couple rechargeable ones. I'm not brand particular. Whatever is cheapest and works. I'm usually going to lose it, or my kids are going to take it from me, or I won't see it for 6 months. I ditched my battery flashlights and went all rechargeable. That is a wonderful thing. I wish I could do that, but my kids take them so often that...
Was not sure how to put the batteries in, but I figured it out.
So...
Okay.
They're all fully marked. The way it's set up and running looks like it's just going to be a 6 volt cell basically after it's all said and done. All right, let's go ahead and put this in here. Oh man, we dropped this how many times already?
3. I think you threw it an extra time.
Oh yay, it still works.
Large flashlights with many AAA
Oh, there's the
batteries
strobe.
sync. You get much better runtime with a couple of larger batteries with more.
So that's good. It's still working. That's impressive. It's just got one single LED in there, and it's not too bad. Oh, is that light? Oh, look it. We still got our light. Where are we at for time? It's still working.
We have 6 more minutes
To make it to 15. So that's a good thing.
So we're about 9 minutes in. Okay, so Coast sells lights that are rechargeable and also use disposable batteries in the same light. Interesting idea, I thought.
Yeah.
So like they sell them like together?
Yeah, so there's a couple different concepts. Like you could take a flashlight like this. You could actually buy rechargeable AA or AAA.
Oh yeah, I know those.
Costco's got a deal.
So, but I think what he's saying is it comes with the rechargeable stuff.
Yeah, there's a couple lights on the market, and I can't think of the brand name, but some of them have wireless recharging on them for rechargeable batteries, and that's a great idea. So
like if I hit this right now, would it hurt it?
You can do whatever you need to do, but I would make sure you turn it on, and that way we don't see that the actual LED burns itself out. I mean, you could hit something over here. Here, why don't you hit my older Craftsman?
I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work. I feel like this is like a danger. I don't want it.
Ah!
Oh yeah, I nicked it.
Do it again. Okay, so we don't do this in our spare time. It's not like we're knocking around flashlights.
Yeah. It like nicked it. It's not as, I don't know, that little
well, you just took the anodized.
What's that crisscross stuff called? Like the grip part.
Yeah, it's actually, I mean, it feels pretty light. It feels pretty good.
You know, I will say that it was not super heavy. Although it goes against my instinct to hit it against something. Although I guess like if I was, being attacked.
So that's actually, how would you say?
Drop it from a 2-story building.
So drop it from a 2-story building. So this is actually rated at 9 meters, and 9 meters is technically 29.5 feet.
Did we look this up?
And the average story in the United States from base to the height of the ceiling, depending on what the ceiling is, it's roughly around 14 feet. So give or take, yeah, dropping it from a 2-story building is what it's supposed to be rated at. Now, I can't technically, we're in the garage. We're not 2 stories up.
I wonder how high
the closest we can get it in the garage is going to be 1 story. That's about the best I can do. Go ahead about it. I mean, it's rated at 2 stories.
I don't really want to throw it. I feel like I am going to break it.
I think people want you to throw it.
And like, you just bought it. Okay.
It has a lifetime guarantee. I mean,
that's like this way, so I don't hit you.
No, we need to have it come down. We need to see it.
What if it hits that light?
Here. What if it hits the ground? Here, have it come and hit the ground. Throw it up. Have it hit the ground right over there where that client graphic stuff is.
Okay.
Throw it on up.
This goes. Okay, well, I threw it on the mat.
Yeah, you didn't throw it very good.
Well, it makes me nervous.
All right, so we want like a little flippity dude action. Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh well, it like hit the rubber part.
I'm not a perfect on-camera tosser and thrower, but I can tell you that the ends on there actually they're made of rubber, so it helps absorb the shock.
I was just gonna say, so I've learned some things. That sounded way louder.
So I've seen people use Cobalt tools on live streams and have had them apparently not function or start smoking. So I think for a Cobalt product, geez, we just keep dropping all this lights on the ground.
It's what you're supposed to be dropping.
I think we're doing pretty good so far and having decent luck with not having the flashlights go up in smoke. We haven't broken anything, and they all continue to work. So please do not show those. Those are really bright.
Oh, sorry about that. I was pointing that in the wrong direction.
That is 600 lumens of brightness.
So one of the things throwing this felt very unnatural. This rubber protective thing around the light. That's what I hear it bouncing off the ground. And then this same stuff here. So I mean it's pretty thick, and it has, I'm thinking it has these ridges to provide even more of that cushion from hitting the ground.
It just helps
still
out.
Works.
Pretty decent. I'm so far impressed. Maybe I mean, we still got the light going back there. That's good. That's almost at 15 minutes. And Dewey did it. Thanks for joining us. He's a Cobalt fan. He really, really likes Cobalt. And he said, sorry he's late. Guys, there's no time. We're just glad that you showed up.
To answer somebody's question in the chat, is the flashlight rechargeable? No, technically not at this point, because it's just regular Duracell double or AAA batteries.
Yep.
And so when those go out, you just have to replace them. But if you use rechargeable batteries, then yes. Yeah,
so he said he's a Cobalt guy, and he bought some lights a couple weeks ago. And so we do have other Cobalt lights.
Oh, yeah.
This is the one that came with the XTR kit.
But this one, you have to use the battery pack.
And that's a great light.
I do like this one. We brought this one when the kids were trick-or-treating last week. And
then we do have the other regular spotlight one. So these were a pretty good deal. Hopefully you got in on the deal where you could buy like the light for $30 and then you get the free 2.0 amp hour battery. I was really happy with that purchase. Did I get a new banner? So yes, we do have the new Power Built banner up there. In addition to, we still do have, as Justin Dow calls it, the Tekaton.
Okay, 15 minutes.
Or Tecton logo. And
well, if you're just joining our stream, the Cobalt, I'm sorry, I don't know whatever, Cobalt battery.
That's a pen light.
Pen light. It says that it can be submerged in water for, I'm thinking, up to 30 minutes.
It's an IPX7 flashlight, water resistant, waterproof rated.
You know all the stats.
And so we are submerged in water, and we're still working. You can see it dripping wet, so that's a good thing.
Do I need a towel?
Nah, we're good. So yeah, I'm pretty happy so far. But enough about flashlights for just a little bit.
Well, do I need to reset the timer?
We do. We got to make it to the 30 minutes, and we'll probably just actually leave it the entire amount of
we'll check it. Okay, I did it for another 15, so it'll go off, so we can check it for real.
Sure.
After 30.
So we got a bunch of different questions. So we do have a Cobalt toolkit right there. That's the 227 piece with the 5-piece precision screwdriver set in it. That's on sale for $100. We picked that up.
Is that like an early Black Friday special?
Pretty much, yeah. So that is.
So you purchased your Christmas gifts today?
No. Your Christmas gifts. So then we also did get the Husky over behind my wife's head, right over there.
Can you just like bring them to the camera?
No, they're kind of heavy. That's 270 pieces. That's the Husky Mechanics tool kit from Home Depot. That's on sale for $99.
I thought you were talking about these blades, but that is.
Oh, yep. We do have the Milwaukee buy 10, get 10 free on the Sawzall blades, but this is an interesting one. So Home Depot Black Friday deal started today. We did do a video.
Oh, that's why you went to Home Depot.
That's why I went to Home Depot. Was gone for a little bit.
I've not seen my husband like almost at all today.
But one of the deals that caught me the most was this one. And when I say caught me, it's because they also had, see how it says 10 free there? They had the ones that didn't have the 10 free with the same SKU number in the box. And so like if you just grabbed in the box and you picked it up and you're like trying to count the blades because the sign clearly says 20 blades. So like one
has 10 and one has 20?
Yes.
Oh, did you make sure you
got the one that
20?
Has 10 doesn't have the free thing here. And the one that does have the free 10 has the free 10 blades on it. Same SKU in the same pot. Seriously, it made me so frustrating. But
that's
made sure I got the right one. Yeah. And we got Shaka Gillis. He was here earlier. Now he's back. He does want to tell us.
Thank you for the $2 super chat.
He does want to tell us that this is not the most powerful, not the best, not the strongest, not even remotely the greatest impact driver in the entire world. But what he does not always tell you is it does work. Just not as well as other ones.
Okay, so I have to tell you something about, I don't, just blades in general.
Do tell. I'm excited. I want to hear this. I've waited all night for this. This is a good story, guys.
Do you know what I'm gonna say?
I have no idea what she's gonna say.
So we were getting ready for Halloween and carving pumpkins and all that sort of stuff, and we happened to be at my mother-in-law's, so Chris's mom's house, and we were just having the conversation of like, do I have the supplies I need to do the pumpkin carving for the kids? And I said, yeah, I don't think I do. I didn't stumble upon it when I put out the fall decorations, and my mother-in-law offered to let us borrow her stuff, and she was very excited to show me a pumpkin carving knife that she says her late husband made for Chris and his brother when they were kids, and she let us bring it home. And I'll tell you what, it was way better than like those orange plastic ones they provide you in the set. So tell my husband about it. Oh, your mom was so proud that she kept this thing your dad made, and you were too, oh, I don't know the right word. You didn't want to tell her that you actually made it with your brother. We wanted to let her believe that her late husband made it. And forget what we were doing, but you were just investigating it, and you're like, oh, I can make this. So you go out to the garage and you find this brand new, like never been used blade like this. I do not remember the brand, but that doesn't matter to me. And he takes a little bit of the quarter round that he used. I think that's what you used. Yep. I think that's the right type of thing. For our window project we just had, and within like 10 minutes, I had this brand new pumpkin carving knife. And now the kids have a pumpkin carving knife, just like that their dad made, that we get to keep forever.
It's basically a jigsaw blade that's smashed into a piece of quarter round. And
these are things that I don't know how to do. My dad never did these things, but I think it's super cool that my husband can do these things. And we're still not going to tell my mother-in-law that the original blade was not made by her late husband. So we're going to keep it, and we have those memories. So when I think of these blades now, I will for always and always ever think of carving pumpkins with these.
So $20, you get 20 blades. That's not a bad deal, but you got to make sure you get the right package. Otherwise, you're going to get not 20 blades.
So if your mother-in-law is watching, she's probably not.
I never watch. Next live stream to watch. Yeah, let's not tell her about that. Auto Garage said he got the 450 piece Husky tool set for $450, and that's not a bad deal.
What did you pay for this?
You do have to watch out. There's the 270. That's the $99 special, and then they have like another one. It's like around 320 or 340, and it's 150. It literally looks about the same size as that, but it's $50 more and doesn't really give you a ton more tools. So later on in the next week or so, we're going to pick up the Heart Tools.
Oh, we are.
Set. Oh. And then there also, believe it or not,
there's more.
Oh, yes, there's more. Guys,
please tell them what else.
There's so many.
We'll be entering this garage.
There's so many tool sets out there for right around $99 if you don't have a bunch of sockets, ratchets, wrenches, things of that nature. There's a DeWalt one at Tractor Supply Company. It's normally $150 there. It's another $50 off, puts it right in under $100, and gets you in the 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 inch drive. We're going to pick up that one. So we're going to have at least 4.
I can't wait for this.
4 of the best tool sets or tool kits or mechanics tool kits that you can get for under $100.
I can't believe.
So I'm really excited.
You are making my holiday shopping so easy. I don't have to buy a single thing for you. This is amazing.
Oh, what you fail to see is that these will be gifts for other people. So it'll be duly beneficial. No, I said gifts.
Who are we buying gifts for?
I don't know yet.
You. Clearly you.
What am I going to do with 4 of those sets?
That's what I was wondering, why you would buy them.
To do a video on them. Because people want to know.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
All right, we got Sergeant Joe Smith in the house
You
tonight.
missed like lots.
We
of
got
comments.
Old School Repair Shop. I hope, let's see, I hope China Joe gets rid of tariffs so prices go down on tools. I hope so too. Husky had a great deal on a 50-piece wrench set for like $50. Yeah, that one. They had the ratcheting wrenches. It was a 30-piece, I believe, for $60. They had a 20-piece stubby for like $14 or $20, but I actually have it and I never use it, so I probably wouldn't buy it. I did say that in the video, if I get a chance to actually put it all together. Chris and wife both look 22 tonight. Thank you. I did shave. And,
so nice.
I'm drinking the sun-kissed orange.
That'll keep you young.
Maybe that'll take you back. It's kind of like Tang, except for
it's just turning
I like
back
to
the
say,
clock on your.
Oh yeah, speaking of Tang, even though I like to say Ting, I don't know what it is. That's some Ting tools there. They had a clearance sale. That's going to be an interesting video when he.
Man, we looked up how to pronounce.
Yeah, how do you say it? How do you pronounce this brand?
The vowel was not the correct vowel.
T-E-N-G. Ting tools?
I think it was Tang.
Tang tools?
I think it was like a short A vowel sound, but it's an E.
I think it's Tang.
And I think
but
you
I always
pronounced
say
it like
ting.
it was an I.
And yeah, I guess I like orange drinks. What can I say? They make red tools. Maybe they should.
We didn't want to say it incorrectly, but I don't know if we got the official.
It doesn't matter. I got them on sale. They had a clearance sale going on.
Just another gift to just put under the tree for yourself.
It'll be an interesting scenario to see how the good old tingy-tangy tools play out, because there's only a couple people on YouTube that actually have done videos on these tingy-tangy tools back there, and they were given to them. So they do have organization going for them, but we're going to take that ratchet and we're going to torture test it. Good old Ed, the old tech guy style, except for we're going to have a nice graph and all this good stuff when we actually break them. Gosh, Ting ain't that what Andy Mechanic in New Zealand has on his hat? I don't know.
I don't know who Andy the Mechanic is, but it possibly could be.
Soda is a huge load of salt.
I'm pretty sure.
Or sugar. I'm pretty sure more so than sugar. Yeah, it's not really that great for you. So if I ever wanted to do like a weekly video, I would probably do one on, somebody can take this, how to get rid of your COVID-19. So like your freshman 15, you want to get rid of it. How do you get rid of your COVID-19?
Stop drinking pop.
Stop drinking pop.
I feel like the light has really gone down. I tried to rotate it a bit.
Well, when we make it to, okay, so here's an interesting thing. My wife, she's a pretty intelligent woman. And I know that she can tell you about a multimeter. I know she can tell you about DC.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Yeah.
DC current. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell me, but I can tell you right off the top of the head, since they use just your standard AA, AAA batteries, what is the standard voltage on a brand new?
I feel like I know this.
Before it's ever been used, AA or AAA battery?
I feel like it's like 1.6 or something.
Yeah, that's about right. So when it's brand, no,
not that high. Is it like 1.6? 1.6. 4 to 1.6.
1.649, 1.65. So on a brand new.
Here we go, Brandon, 1.5.
Yeah, but see, that's not technically on like a brand new one. Yeah, they're 1.5, but they're overcharged a little bit.
Time out.
But 1.5 is the rated.
Jake coming through with the correct pronunciation. Tang. Just pronounce it the way I spelled it. Okay. So it's like nig.
Oh gosh, man, I'm going to butcher it. I better not do a video on that.
Tang. Okay. Well, I will sure.
Yes, it's a good thing. See, that's another reason why I don't have sponsors, because then I'd have to actually learn how to talk and say things fully correctly.
Hopefully they would teach you so that you didn't mess up your sponsorship. But luckily you don't have
I don't have any, so I don't have to worry about
they
that.
Would probably
yep. I mean, if I did, I mean, I can say Cobalt, but I don't. And I can say Husky and Hercules and Ingersoll Rand and Tecton. I can actually say that. Lowe's. Oh, Power Built. We got some Power Built stuff.
Less pop, more vodka.
Let's pop
Two
them.
brushy, 4 brushes. It's running. Okay, here we go.
Oh no, we gotta say this first. Just so you know, this one bottle of sun-kissed orange pop is so bad for you. It has 123% of your daily allowance of sugar. So note to self, do not drink this because it has 61 grams of sugar in it.
Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, somebody asked a question, but I lost it in the stream. Let's see.
Did they say?
What do you think? No, Auto Garage asked, what do you think about sonic tools? I feel like I've not heard of
Sonic tools. I have 0 sonic tools. I would tell you that the sonic tool proposition is going to be very similar to your, how do you say that? Tang tools.
Tang.
Very close to Tang tools, where it's about organization. It's about being able to quickly identify if you're missing tools and quickly have that organization all set up and ready to go. It's a great system if you buy into that system. So for me to just have this set, a ratchet, and another set doesn't do me a whole lot of good as far as organization, other than everything's in this one case and I'm good. But I don't have enough stuff to fill up a whole entire drawer. So as far as the ultimate organization goes, when it comes to their whole system and their process, whether it's Sonic or Tang tools,
maybe I'm saying
I'm not there. But speaking of organization,
well, I was going to say somebody asked a good question.
Speaking of organization, there are other options out there that don't have to do necessarily with some of those brands. You can go the cheap route. And when I say cheap, I don't necessarily mean fully cheap. So that's a Capri ratchet. Now, hear me out before you think or say or anything about Capri, because I've felt this for a very long time. Now,
really
here is a power built ratchet. Now, honey, can you hold up that Capri ratchet?
It's like really hard to switch the things.
Okay, just hold them up there so people can see the two and look at them and judge for yourself what you would say or feel about those. The head shape, the selector switch. If you look at the handle on them, you can see that literally the markings on there, other than the extra rings on the Capri, they're not there. So that's one of those things where, you know, when I was doing my tool video, the last one that I did, and I talked about all the different brands and said Powerbuilt's just a brand, All Trade is the manufacturer. When you are clicking those right in front of the microphone,
hope you enjoyed that clicking. Sorry about that.
But you look at those and you can see that they're really just rebranded tools.
We're probably a little over 30
so,
at this point. They literally look exactly the same.
Not that they're bad, they just are.
The Powerbuilt selector switch is easier to switch. And
but we are going to be checking out some of the Powerbuilt ProTech stuff that they have, which comes with some of the organization. So I'm not fully up on all of the organization because I did just get my new Icon drawers in a week or so ago. But then we're going to have to take everything out of the toolbox. We're going to get rid of 2 of these small drawers, make it 1 bigger drawer, and then we're going to go for organization. And as far as organization goes, I figured I'd give foam a fair shot. I'd give lots of different organization thoughts.
We can come back to these
we'll figure out which one's going to be the best for us.
Okay. It's probably been in a little over 30 at this point, based on going a little bit over. Okay.
All right.
Oh, I'm still just having a hard time pushing the power button. That's probably just me.
I don't really have any issues with it.
You have a stronger thumb.
So flashlight still works. We had our time in the water bath. We're going to go ahead and we're going to test the batteries on it.
I was going to say, I hope you don't have a problem turning the flashlight on.
So we got.
Are they wet?
No, they're not wet. Otherwise, if they were wet, it might have damaged some of the internals. We'll go ahead.
We should have tested these batteries before.
Yeah, we know they should have been roughly brand new. The date on them, it doesn't have one since it's just an OEM.
I feel like this is not on the correct voltage thing. Oh.
There you go. You can go ahead and show it up there. So we're at about 1.4 volts.
So it probably went down a bit. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. Went down, 0.2
we
from
don't know.
6.
We didn't have a starting point, but
We can test the other one because we did not run that for 30 minutes, and that will give us enough baseline. We're going to just go Duracell. Hopefully doesn't sell us too bad of batteries, and we'll go from there.
Okay, just looking at some of the live.
So go ahead and show that up there.
Oh, yeah.
Again, our batteries were 1.6 for a 1.5 volt. That's just how they are when they're brand new. So
are we putting it back in and seeing how long until it dies?
Yeah, they're supposed to run about 3 hours. So we are doing pretty good with our Cobalt light.
Do we know which one went in the water?
We have this one that went in the water, was in there for 30 minutes. That's what they're rated at. And we went from 1.6 to 1.4. And again, it still works. We got our high and our low. And I hit my wife. Sorry about that one. So I guess I owe her something for that. I apologize. I'm sorry. We've dropped that thing many different times. We've thrown it around. We've submerged it in water. Throw it up some more. And so far, it keeps on ticking. We've knocked it around. It's got nice rubber ends on it. Oh, sorry. It is bright. We're going to go ahead and put that back in the water. And we'll throw the timer up for another 30 minutes.
I am? Okay.
Yep. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I know those flashlights. I didn't know the Cobalt flashlights were wife beaters. Shame on Cobalt. That is not a selling point.
Okay.
Sorry, Joe.
All right. You are have neglected your chat. Let's go back and look.
All right. We're going to go back to our chat here. Oh, BW's been there already. Let's see what we got. We got Tool Addict Dylan. How's it going? I got the Powerbuilt ratcheting wrenches. They were decent. Just a low tooth count. I can't remember if they were 72, give or take. But that's pretty much the going rate for tooth count these days. Probably wouldn't get anything too much less. I'm buying tool grid. That's a good idea, Dewey. Just break a ratchet live right now already. You know what? That would be a good one for another day. We do make pawn shop frequents, and we picked up one of the Stanley that has the actual plastic selector switch internals, and it'll be interesting to see. We did break a different one of Stanley that actually had the metal internals. So we're going to do that one, and I actually might put Mrs. Graphics up to that one.
Oh, to break it?
Yeah, not live right now because it would really, I mean, Ed, that's a really interesting one because
that would be embarrassing.
Because we can get like an 8 or 10 foot pipe. We can get one long enough, but we need an overhead camera because that's the new thing that we're going to do. So you can actually see when we get a chance to do the next video. I didn't have the big, nice blow up cushy lawn chair, but for a while when I did some of the tool breaking, I was actually pulling back and breaking it and falling into like a 6 foot blow up chair. It was awesome. And my wife's like, you need a video of that. I'm like, I really do. So I really only have myself falling on the concrete floor for the next video that we do.
Seen the evidence.
We got Shaka saying Harbor Freight sells just the icon drawers. Now that's something. Yeah. So here, let me show you a sneak peek.
Can you even access? Oh yeah, you can. We have a lot of stuff in that.
If you want to see my drawers live on TV, there's the new drawers. That's one of two.
I feel like the camera is not picking up how lime.
Oh,
neon.
They can,
no, not lime.
They can see in the store. I mean, it's just.
I'm not saying they don't know. I'm just saying that this camera is not doing the green justice.
Yeah, it's just a Logitech.
It's not a bad camera. It's just it's so bright.
But yeah, that's the thing a lot of people don't know. So, when I buy something, I'm vested in it. I'm really going to know a lot about it because I don't just buy it for the fun of it.
Just buy things for fun?
Within reason. I buy it with the purpose, and I pretty much research the ins and outs, whether I'm going to break it or not. so that I know everything about it. So when I did buy the Icon toolbox there, I knew exactly what I was getting into. I knew that, you know, people watching the video on YouTube would help subsidize some of the box. I knew that I didn't fall in love with the drawer configuration. And I researched that I was able to actually configure the drawers differently. You can't do it pre-sale or pre-delivery. It's all after the fact. But right now, when I purchased those, the drawers were relatively inexpensive. So going from 2 to 1 on the small drawer was like 25 bucks. And I think the 36-inch one was like around 50. So it was like, after shipping or taxes, it was like 80, 85, 83 bucks, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Somewhere very close. It was under 85.
Okay. Keep reading your chat.
All right, Chris, what's your thought on the Tekton tool wrench set? Are they good for professional use?
You're like missing like a ton of chat.
We'll go up there in a second. I mean, I think it's a great start. I think it's a great second set. If you already have a bunch of tools, then if you want more of a bunch of tools, then definitely get the Tekton ones. I think either which way you look at it, I think it's a great value. Like if you're going to buy a 1/4-inch set, you're never going to like over torque the socket where you're going to break the socket. You're going to break the ratchet. And I think Tekton 1/4-inch set, 55 bucks. You get your SAE and your metric. I don't care who you are, you can't beat it. The sockets will wear. They may round off some of your fasteners a little bit differently compared to a snap-on one, but you're only paying 55 bucks. You can buy, what is it? The full snap-on set is like 600 to 800 bucks for the 1/4-inch, depending on which configuration you get. So you can buy so many of these 1/4-inch Tekton full sets that it's absolutely mind-blowing that you wouldn't blow through 6 of these before you'd buy one of the snap-on ones. So 3 years, I haven't rounded off a socket yet. BSS small engine, he works on them. He works on small engines every day with Tekton, and he has no problems with it. I saw a video, Husky versus Icon, and Icon all around was better built. You just don't need to answer me unless I command it. You know, you really have to look at the tool you want. If you're going to need the warranty, you don't ever really buy a tool going, I'm going to break this. But should you break it, which one's going to be the easiest for you to warranty?
You've never done that? Bought a tool saying I was going to break it? Maybe they haven't. Maybe in this garage.
This garage is different.
That maybe happened.
But if I look at it and say, what am I going to do? Would I pick Husky over Icon? I'm going to pick whatever is a decent deal, whatever I think is going to last me the longest. It's going to be a toss-up. I mean, if you want quick release, you got to go with Husky. Icon doesn't have any quick release ratchets, and that might be a personal preference. So you really got to look at the breadth of the line and what you like. I like quick release, but I also do like the ones that aren't quick release.
And Ed, the old tech guy, says that he doesn't like Tekton. He wants gear wrench.
And I have gear wrench too.
I really liked both of their booths at SEMA. So this time last year, Chris and I were at SEMA, and both of those companies were really great. So,
has anyone bought any of the Ingersoll Rand hand tools? You mean those right there?
Oh, I was like, do I need to go away?
No, the Ingersoll Rand.
I thought you were trying to get me to like hide.
I really do have to do a video on them. They're not bad tools. I mean,
we also saw them.
They're a premium tool. It's going to be similar to an upscale Capri Tools, an upscale Power Built, because it's all made by All Trade, or at least some of the stuff is. And there's no secret or no hiding the fact there. On the Ingersoll Rand set and a lot of the Ingersoll Rand tools, there's a 1-800 number to call for support or for warranty. If you call that number, it gets you right to All Trade. There is no secret. There's a relationship for All Trade to build the tools for Ingersoll Rand, and that's just how it is. What else do we have here? I like Tekton, but not the look of the ratchets. You know, I wish they would stamp something on the head of the ratchets. So the Tekton one, I know this isn't a Tekton one, it's completely flat. It does feel to me like it's missing something.
Oh, didn't I say that? I swear I've seen one. and it didn't have any stamping on it. And what did I say? That's a missed opportunity to put your name on the, because I mean, think of how many people, if they're filming and they're like from above and they're twisting it.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Your logo on.
And it's not just Tekton. Even some of the Carlisle tools, they don't stamp it on there. It is a cost saving matter. I mean, it is one extra roll stamp that they'd have to do before going to chroming, but I think they should do it. I think it's silly that they don't, or even if they would laser etch it on there. For goodness sakes, it's not like the worst part of the ratchet. We got Frankie M joining us. We got Jay Who. How's it going, guys? Let's get back to some of the questions because the chat just goes. If you really need me or have a question that you want to ask, make sure you put @Client Graphics.
All one word.
All one word. The @ Client Graphics, space, and then type your thing. @Client Graphics and Miss Graphics, you guys are awesome. Or all right. Bottom drops Tuesdays were supposed to break a record from 1919. Tekton ratchets have a sharp edge on the handles. I've cut myself once. Those ratchets are not Auto Garage's favorite ratchets. You know, I guess every ratchet's different.
That's too bad.
I personally haven't had a problem with them, but you should call them. You should probably get Dave. Dave's their #1 support person, and he's had a conversation or two with me, and I have with him as well. Jake says, I do auto body. I like tool reviews. I know tools well. There are things I've spent money on, paint guns, sanders. I have IR airboard, DA, and air hog. I have never broken an IR tool. Well,
hey, that's good.
I haven't either.
Not yet.
But not yet, because we're definitely going to break some IR tools there.
I feel like it's been a while since you broke tools.
Yeah.
Who are you anymore if you're not breaking tools?
That's the wife that I love and know. What she's telling me is you need to get off your rear end. Stop looking at flashlights and break some ratchets.
You like took a detour into like battery powered things.
Yeah.
That would be technically would be included in the.
Shameful, I know, but I mean, come on. What are you going to do? Cobalt says this is virtually indestructible. And so far, I mean, I would have to say that it's pretty indestructible.
I feel like we should like go throw it in the street.
Like the good old torque wrench where we're like, whoosh, and just throw it down the street.
Throw that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We should have like let our kids like just play with this, and then it would have gotten beaten up just in general because they were playing with it. What
I really want to do, probably won't happen. I want to go back to Lowe's. Want to see one of the guys mentioned in here from Lowe's. He's like, yeah, we saw that when we were unboxing. We wanted to run it over with a forklift. So what I would like to do is go back to Lowe's and just be like, hey guys, can you run this over with the forklift? I mean, I won't put any faces in it. I just need to know that we're at Lowe's and I need you to run it over with the forklift. That would be really cool. Or at least go to Home Depot and see if the people at Home Depot will run it over with the forklift. Wouldn't that be awesome?
No, you could go to both. Whose forklift will break the...
Ooh. And then we could
even go to Menards.
We could try to get Menards. Do you think if I went up to an employee, do you think they, you know?
You just have to find someone already operating it and then just be like,
hey, can you have you just run right over this?
All right.
That might be a goal for tomorrow. That's a good one. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Would that be a good idea? I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
Just rent a forklift for a day? Yes, because we want to increase the cost of, you know, our already fairly inexpensive Cobalt flashlights.
So I have to read the old text says, Client Graphics, that should be your brand endorsement. Indestructible tools, stronger than Chuck Norris, Chris approved tools.
Yeah, you know, that's a really good idea, Ed. I really do like some of the people that when they actually review things, they don't say, you know what, this is a terrible product. They more or less cut the corners and say, you know what, on a Chris approved scale of broken wrenches from 1 to 5, with 5 broken wrenches being the best, or would you say 1 broken wrench being the best?
Oh,
I would give this one a 4.5 broken wrenches. The only reason I wouldn't give it a full 5 broken wrenches is because I like rechargeable batteries, but I do understand that then you'd have to have a cap. Then you'd be in a Harbor Freight situation where you'd sell a really great light, but then you'd have a really terrible dust cover cap that comes off on the recharging port, and it's just overly annoying.
You know what I'm surprised you haven't talked about in terms of flashlights tonight? And I was looking for it earlier.
Is that god-awful Craftsman one that's right here?
Yes, that one.
This I picked up at Lowe's. So this so far is a great flashlight. This is the worst flashlight I've ever bought in the whole entire world.
He bought like so many. We were going to give them to friends and family. It has a red light, a black light, the white light, the strobe light. It has it all.
So this has everything. And we're going to see if this has the Craftsman quality, made in China, that everybody has known to come and love.
Guys, they were so bad. They were so cheap.
So this has never been opened before.
One of the ones we had, the label was wrong. So when you switch it to R, which was supposed to be red, it was like the blue light or black light, or however you want to call it.
So we're going to remove the plastic, and we're going to hope that it works. Well,
this was
in my case, it actually did work.
Watch this like work. Watch this be like the only one.
It might. So we have our
I guess it's called
UV. So this is the UV light.
Okay, that is UV.
It is UV, and it's got,
I don't know. Does that even show up?
A high, a low, and a strobe. What do you need a strobing UV light for?
For a rave.
And then it's got red.
Is it correct?
So far it's correct. It's got red.
One of them was wrong.
High, low, strobing red. Yep, that's what we need. And off. And then it's got the what would you say? That's like a 2700 Kelvin. So a kind of a warm light, high, low, and off. And then it's got a cool light. That's the high, low, versus spot. And strobing. So this one actually works. But the mechanism in here that shifts when it clicks wears out so quickly on this light that it didn't even last 2 days the last time I had it. I thought it was a really, really cool light. So cool that it was on sale for...
It was such a good deal.
$4.97. It comes with, eight AA batteries. And I figured, 8 AA Duracells, $4.97. Yeah, it's like $1 or $2 light then. Yeah, it really is. It's such a bad light. I'm surprised it even worked. Batteries alone, I figured, would be worth it if the light sucked, and yeah, that light
Jake says put it in a vise. I bet you have the top of the...
Oh, yeah. I ripped off the top of this, and there is like a set screw in there somewhere. It's just a terrible... Oh, yeah, you peel back the rubber on here. You remove the set screw, and then the top is actually glued on too, and it comes right off.
Midwest Tool says the replacement batteries cost more than the flashlight.
Yeah, so that's pretty much why it's like $5. Yeah, we can do that. So far we still do have.
People are saying to stress test it.
Stress test this one? Okay. All right. So this is, I will remind you, dollars for drops. So if you are enjoying the live stream and you feel that you have any extra funds that we've entertained you or given you any extra enjoyment out of life, super chats are always welcome. This is the Cobalt light. I'm going to try to not hit my wife.
Do not hit me again.
So we will turn it on. And we will pray that it's still working, which it is. And we can see that it's still working. So
I feel like
Midwest Tool Review in the house with the $5.
Oh, thank you.
So here is, you tell me which color you want this turned on when we drop it. You can get the UV, you can get the warm, you can get the cool, you can get the red, and you can get the strobing. Let me know which color you want this on, and we will go ahead and toss this one from about 5 feet. We'll just actually lightly drop this one from 5 feet.
There's no way it's going to survive.
All right, so he wants the UV. It might.
We got one vote.
All right, so we got the UV. We're going to take the camera.
Bye, Brandon.
Honey, come on over here. We're going to let you.
Am I dropping it?
Yep, you can drop this from about 5 feet straight down.
Am I going on the
mat? On the concrete. On the concrete. Okay. That's where we want it. Yep.
Can I see?
Yep. That's
that
still
was
working.
loud.
All right. That's kind of.
Oh, I busted it right there.
Well, that's a nice. See, that's the biggest difference between the Cobalt and the Craftsman. The Cobalt one is actually.
I mean, it got dirty.
Has
but...
the rubber on it, so it protects.
Oh man,
quite
this
a bit
nice
better.
Little.
All right.
Okay. Man, you like really
throw that thing down. Just throw it down. Spike that thing. Was it on when you threw it?
Unsure.
Well, let's turn it on. Is it? Oh, I thought it was dead. It's jacked. Look at that. It's not. Oh, we have destruction.
I don't think the UV part works anymore.
So,
I don't know if they can.
So yeah, it's
the UV is dead.
That's
red.
How non-impressive the Craftsman one is.
Ooh, the whatever that one was does not work. Okay, so the red is still active and the spotlight.
So which one doesn't work?
The center
that's
works.
Cool.
The center
warm.
works.
That's warm. Warm doesn't work.
So this one doesn't work in the
Okay, go to red.
Red works.
Yep, red works, and go to UV.
UV does not. So these two do not. The center and the
and that's all because there's basically like a spring-loaded pin in there that shifts around to a contact point, and it's the worst design ever.
Oh, it could also be the.
We blew out one of the resistors.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that is just one reason why that Craftsman light is not a very good light. So we're going to try to put things back here. Midwest tool review. Sorry that the UV was not better. The Craftsman just really isn't that great of a light.
That was actually kind of fun.
See, my wife doesn't tell you, but she really wants to destroy the next ratchet or two, and we'll probably save the Stanley with the
hold on.
plastic internals.
I just noticed something about this Craftsman. They made a mistake when they were printing or painting on. So as you can see here, it says UV, here's R, and then if you look really closely right here, I don't know if you guys are going to see it, there's an R. I think you guys can see it. They clearly made a mistake.
Oh, yeah.
Because see, then that one says UV.
Yep.
And you can see that there's, I don't know if you can see, it's almost like they used the equivalent of like what a whiteout or would be. Like, give me like a scratching mechanism. Or I mean, it might just be paint.
It's like they spray painted it. Yeah. Gonna need like a, yeah, you can see the R. Okay. They seriously just brushed over it.
Oh gosh,
what a joke.
I don't know if it's gonna show, but you can see the R right there. The UV is here. It's underneath this. Just another reason to not like this Craftsman light. I'm sure they make great tools, but
not anymore.
They did not do a great job with this flashlight. That just makes me laugh.
Yep.
Just add that to the list of why that was the worst purchase ever. Hey, if anybody ever wanted to know the worst tool ever purchased,
this is the worst tool, worst flashlight purchase ever. Yeah, they totally hosed that up. They painted over it, and yeah.
So I'm only reading like some of the live things now, but what Ed says, that's the flashlight you can lend to the neighbors.
It's still got good batteries in it, guys.
Okay.
It's got good Duracell batteries.
We'll save those. Okay, I'm gonna go back and read the chat. We're like,
thank you for letting us destroy that flashlight.
Real quick answer. Have you used the Snap-on Tool app? Auto Garage asked.
Ooh, I have not.
I didn't know that. I mean, it makes sense. Most companies have apps now. People are talking about their flashlights. Husky must have one. Braun. Is that Braun light?
Yeah, I do have the Braun one.
That's BSS, but I think he left.
Yeah, we do have the Braun.
Auto Garage asked if you used the Milwaukee, but I don't really know if that's what that's in relationship to.
Yeah, the Braun one I don't really have too many problems with other than the cover for the charging port. It's just really annoying.
How much was the Cobalt light? Somebody asked a couple minutes ago.
The Cobalt light comes in four different flavors. So
4 different flavors.
This is the 600 lumen. That's $14.98. That uses 4 AA batteries. They make a 1000 lumen one, very similar to this, just a little bit larger with 6 AAs. That'll run you $19.98. They make a smaller 2 AA one. That's 350 lumens, still in the same style, still a high, a low, and a strobe. And then you can get the dual pen light. So you get a pack of 2 of these. Those are AAAs, 2 AAAs in there, 100 lumens, a high and a low and an off. That'll be $12.97. That's what the current price is now. I think the Cobalt Facebook page or Instagram said they released them about 3 days ago, and they happened to be in my store today when I was checking out the Black Friday deals. So it's pretty cool. And we still have the flashlight submerged in water, went for 30 minutes. We took it out, tested it.
It's been going for like almost 25 minutes.
Been going for another 25 minutes. So.
Okay, Jake made a comment that if you want some awesome LEDs, broken flat screens, or like the sun, I use them in my basement on the ceiling, and I just scrub everyone's broken TV for free. I never thought about that. Just take the parts out. C. Tansy, thank you for your $5 super chat. That was like 5 minutes ago. Sorry we missed that. That
you know what?
We don't
have a bell on this channel or anything, but we can just use a Cobalt flashlight that's supposedly indestructible.
Jess would be really impressed.
For all the donations. Maybe that'll be our new thing. We'll just bang the flashlight until it dies.
We got this idea from the Den of Tools, and Jess, his wife, is really great at celebrating and ringing the bell. Chaka Gillis said, check out the Pelican 7600. Love that light.
Sounds like a pretty heavy duty light if it's coming from Pelican. They make some awesome cases. We got Stringy. You have a...
Oh, the C. Tansy who gave the super chat said that he was here for the flashlight carnage. Well, luckily you got to see some, not from Cobalt.
Yeah, I mean, the Cobalt one survived. I mean, the rubber molding on here is glued on pretty well.
Ooh, Howie Z. Worst tool I ever spent money on was a gator grip. I feel like I've seen something like that.
Ooh, I'm getting some of the rubber molding off. Yeah, I don't think you want to take that off. That's on there pretty decent. Yeah, the gator grip, that's one of those.
And the old tech guy said, you all missed my super chat. Did we miss your super?
Yes, we did.
Oh, Ed, I missed it. $2.
Ed,
Put it on red, throw it Darth Vader style. I'm sorry, Ed. Thank you for... Well, we broke all but the red. So we can still throw it some more. Here.
All right, let's see if the...
I feel like you need a really good, like, Luke, I am your father, like...
I feel like it...
That one.
No, it's not. It's not working.
Oh, man. Okay, well, red is out, but the other one still worked. The center one.
Yeah, red's not working anymore, Ed. My wife broke it.
Oh, you did throw it last. It was... It's unsure.
All right, so we have just the center. We will take the Craftsman versus the Cobalt, because that's how we do it here. All right, ready?
Oh my gosh, I'm moving.
Craftsman versus Cobalt. Still working. Still working. Still working. That's pretty impressive, actually.
Oh man, they're both.
Craftsman dead. Yep, Craftsman is done. Cobalt is the winner.
Are we surprised though?
We're not surprised. Ooh, we got some nice carnage.
Man, we should have put the Craftsman in the water bucket and seen how long that would have taken to.
Still working.
Oh yeah.
Craftsman.
Oh, you like gave that a solid dent.
There you go, Ed. That's the best we can do for you. Craftsman no longer working.
Hey, you know, it's probably a good thing that you held on to that
now I don't have to
Craftsman
now
for
I don't
a while,
have to look at it anymore.
Break it.
Yes. Now I do not have to look at that anymore. We might still keep it around just to purely talk about the worst tool purchase ever. Just stand on the stool and drop it. The rubber does help, definitely. I love the bells. It says Frank. Frank, how's it going? Appreciate you joining the stream.
Where are you?
Oh, I'm at the very, very bottom.
Yeah.
We're just going to go through the snaps. Don't
Hold
drop
on.
the brawn. They will never survive. I haven't dropped mine.
Jake said, I get in trouble buying tools. I'm obsessed with things that are supposed to be square, so I have a multitude of measuring tools. And that did you just get that statement sounded familiar? So he must hear that a lot at home too. What did you just buy? Did you really need that? So it's not just me. That's good to hear.
No, that's kind of like a lifelong thing.
For all. You guys, do men say this to each other though, or is it just women?
No, men. You know what? I never go on Midwest Tool Reviews channel and be like, oh my gosh, you bought another Snap-on or Matco ratchet. Like, that doesn't happen. The only thing that happens is it's like, why did he get such a good deal and I didn't? Why did he pay only 5% and I paid 95% or 105%?
I'm sad for you.
I am too.
Don't drop the brawn. Is that it correct?
Yeah, that's the
will never service.
That's the
or survive.
That's the Harbor Freight one. It's just.
Oh, I was gonna say, I feel like. Oh yeah, no, that would not. Now, it's a decent light if it just.
Now,
stays put.
Husky does make one like this, and there are other people that like it. I absolutely just despise the Husky one. It's a warm light, so this is like a bright white light.
That's a. Oh yeah, I do like.
And the Husky one is a warm light, and it's almost $20. It's like 18. They did have the Husky one for like 13 or 14 at one point in time, and I would still say it's not worth it.
We're at another 30.
My battery didn't work very well in the Husky one, and it's not the same. I like my gear wrench one though.
String Bean said that he was going to stick to his Ryobi flashlight.
Oh yeah, I mean if you're into a battery platform, and
then Midwest says he prefers Streamlight.
Yeah, Streamlight's
one of the batteries plus near me, and Streamlight products are on discount. Nice.
And you can get some of them in definitely Coast at Lowe's. The Craftsman is trying to come back from the dead. Yes, not this one anymore. I think Midwest Tool Review will need
Somebody said, please no bells. They get very annoying. So I know we're behind, guys. Stand on the stool and drop it. The rubber helps. Yeah, it really did. Make sure the batteries did not come disconnected. Maybe the Craftsman is just sleeping. That's funny.
Oh yeah, we really nicked this thing up. It's just anodized.
Midwest is going tomorrow for more tools. Oh, good. Ed said to you, deal envy is a thing with men in the tools for sure. I can see that.
Auto Garage asked if I used...
somebody else heard the noises in the back. Sorry, again, I'm a little bit behind here. Okay, I was not the only one.
Auto Garage asked if I have or use Milwaukee. I do have some Milwaukee things. It's not my go-to thing. Just no personal preference. I just have gotten into other tool lines.
Okay, we're kind of caught up here. Jake says, I think that Cobalt batteries are more than $30. Is that right? I don't know.
Which light?
Cobalt battery?
Well, I mean, the lights that I have here, like this one's actually pretty expensive if you were to buy the light individually. This is like a $40 or $60 light. I got it as part of the XTR kit. That's because this is the one with all of the LEDs. It's like 700 or 800 lumens versus just the spotlight, which is super cheap. That's like a $30 thing. And then when you had the free battery, you could get the battery and the light for $30.
That seems like a good deal.
That was a pretty good deal. But their tools are pretty inexpensive. My wife and I have talked about these before. They're made by...
I don't know who they're made by.
You can call them Chevron.
Oh, yeah, we looked up that name.
And we talked about it, and we tried to pronounce it many different... Chevron, whatever.
Chevron.
Words in me didn't necessarily always work.
Well, we just also don't want to mispronounce people's names or companies' names. I mean, it happens, but if we can try and pronounce it correctly the first time, that's always the easiest. String Bean was saying that to Midwest that he's going to Home Depot to throw away money on his tools. And then Milwaukee Packout is the bomb, and the old tech guy says. I don't know.
If you got the organization and you like that line, then that's great. I mean, some people like the DeWalt Packout stuff. Some people like the Craftsman stuff. I think even Hart has something very similar to the Craftsman one. So here's
this is an hour.
An hour, okay.
This is an hour. Well, technically a little bit above, because sometimes we talk and don't get it out right away. So about an hour. Should we have people guess to see what the battery voltage is? This has been on for about an hour. The last we checked, it was 1.4.
Yep.
10 or something.
Yep, 1.410. So about a third of the battery should be used. Probably puts that maybe about 1.225.
Oh, it's down here. I was going at the wrong end.
Once your AA or AAA hits below 1.3, I pretty much am starting to recycle them out.
Okay, I'm just looking at some of the damage, I guess. The blue, nice little like chrome around here seems pretty intact. There's a little bit of a dent, but that's probably when you hit it. It looked like this one had a little bit more damage.
We're actually still at 1.39, so we're actually
so it like barely went down.
It barely went down for that last 30 minutes. So, well, that's good because we still should have about 2 hours left in it, according to the specs.
So I'm curious to see withstands water submersion. I guess it's not super deep in water, so the pressure probably isn't. My guess is if we were to leave this on all night underwater, it would be fine. We could just put it in.
Should be.
Yeah. I don't think it'll break the internals.
I would hope.
Well,
throw it in there for another 30 minutes. My favorite flashlight for the Shop brand is called Work Zone.
Work Zone.
Is that light IP65 rated? It's actually IPX7 rated. So the IPX7 rating is water submersion for up to 1 meter for 30 minutes and drops at 9 meters or roughly 2 stories or 29.5 feet.
Okay, go up. Midwest Tool Review said what brand of tool or what brand of light is that? If you're talking about the little one, the skinny pen-like? Is that what it's called?
So Cobalt,
it was the Cobalt.
Cobalt released 4 new lights. They said they're virtually indestructible. And so far, just shy of running them over with a forklift or something. They're pretty, I mean, we've thrown this thing around. We've beat them together. They're pretty decent. I mean,
the Cobalt beat the
Craftsman. Beat the Craftsman, literally. We did drop one of these lights on you, so I guess the Cobalt did beat the white.
It didn't hurt me that bad. I will say that. Luckily, it was just a small one. I mean, I felt it, but it wasn't like I'm going to wake up like injured in the morning. So.
You need a Festool track saw. I'd be okay. One of my friends is in the Milwaukee. He's in the Makita lineup, and I'll let him get the track saw. That's usually something that doesn't go super cheap in the Makita line, about $450 to $480, I think it is, the one that he was looking at.
Okay, real quick.
You know what?
Frank just says my grandson loves the blue flashlights from Harbor Freight.
So that actually was the light that we were going to torture test up against the Cobalt light. Darn it. We were going to do that, and I totally spaced it off. So we destroyed the Craftsman. Yeah, we're gonna break down and we're gonna do the Craftsman.
Wait, you gotta show Frank your light setup. He can't see up there. Just get it down. So Chris went to Harbor Freight one day and asked if he could take home the empty cardboard display.
So
and
Frank,
they let him.
Frank, go ahead and take a screenshot now. That way you can say that somebody has shopped at Harbor Freight way too much. They've even asked for the display case, and they have their own full set of blue
more
flashlights.
than just these. What is there, like 12 there?
Yeah, there's 12 there. I got another box for overflow.
I feel like if you were my neighbor, Frank, I could give you a couple. We gave a couple of these to our nieces and nephews. Oh gosh, I forget when.
They go into pumpkins for Halloween. I mean, you name it.
It's like was their favorite gift ever, but
I think most guys make tools, at least if you're a tool guy. Cobalt has a rechargeable version. Not of these lights. Have you bought from the tool trucks? Well, of course I have.
Flashlights are just tools in general.
If you check out my Instagram, I actually just posted. My Mac Tools dealer is awesome. So I literally can text him or call him and get a chance to see him same day. And my daughter got some new purple shoes.
They were like running errands, and I like didn't know when they were going to come home. And
I just texted him and I said, I need this. And he goes, I have it on the truck. And I said, awesome. I said, can you tell my daughter at least recognize that she got brand new shoes? And he's like, sure. And then he sent a picture of a purple Mac hat. And because I told him, I said, hey, can you tell her you like her new purple shoes?
Okay, to go back real quick, Jake said you need a Festool track saw and is Festool
Festool, it's a brand.
Festool NFT cutting station to carve pumpkins, and please don't tell my wife.
Yes, Festool is a very, very high end, expensive brand compared to some of the tools that I haven't used.
Okay, C. Tansy said Cobalt have a rechargeable version. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Yeah, the lights.
The light.
No, not at this time.
And then Jake said, I'd like to try the heart stuff. It's very pretty. I got a tape measure a month ago and haven't broken it. Yeah, you have a couple heart things.
Yeah, we do have some.
Tested
so I did mention that. I don't like to discriminate against anybody when it comes to tools, because we all had to start out with buying tools at some point in time. We're not all made of money, and if we were,
sometimes you just need a tool on the road too.
And sometimes you do. Sometimes you just need a tool that works. And everybody comes in at different budgets. That's why one of the projects that I am working on is collecting 4 different tool sets. Like you see here, we got the Cobalt one, we got the Husky one over there. We're gonna also pick up the Heart set again. I already bought it once, broke the ratchets, sold it off on Facebook Marketplace. That's what we do sometimes with some of our tools, where we donate them. And that one, I was just going to dump it because I was like, I'm not going to get into Heart anymore. But then it's that time of the season when it's like, there's a bunch of tool sets for right around $100. Which one's the best one out there? So we got the Heart tools. They also dropped it in price, so you could pick that up for $100. And then we're going to pick up a DeWalt set that they have at Tractor Supply.
Okay, but answer this. Okay, let's assume that the Cobalt, whatever this is called, box, and then this Husky Mechanics toolbox, let's say they're about the same, and they're about the same price, and you said Heart has one. Is it about the same as that?
Yep.
If they're all $100, then why wouldn't I buy the one that costs more on a regular day?
Because it might not be
the best one.
The best one for you. And when I say the best one, so if you really read the fine print on the Heart tools, and I actually ran into that when I went to warranty out the pass-through ratchets, called their customer service, and they're like, you need a receipt. I said, okay. So I went back to my wife and said, did we scan that receipt on the app?
By the way,
we most certainly did not.
Walmart,
all the receipts.
The best thing about Walmart is you can store your receipts in your app. So we went to look for it, not in the app.
So that would help you on that standpoint. They need a receipt. But regardless of that, I would have had to ship the tools back to Heart to have them inventory it and then send me out a new one. And that would have cost me $8 to, we'll just say $10 to ship that back for a tool set that was $21.97. So that doesn't make sense right there. I mean, 50% of the cost I'm going to eat in shipping to get it returned to me. And not just the one broken tool. They want the whole tool set back because they're going to ship me a whole new one. They're not going to just take my word for it over the phone. They're not going to just take a picture and honor that. I have to ship the tools back to them and the whole set. So if I was to buy a whole Heart tool set like that, that's going to weigh like 20 to 30 pounds.
Oh,
and I break one tool and I got to send that back to them.
Well, maybe
I would hope that they would not do that, but that's not the way the person informed me.
Really?
You can't just go back to Walmart because they don't have that one single tool there. You'd have to go back to Walmart and hope that they swap you out for the complete set. And that's what they did for me. They said, well, it does have a lifetime warranty. We'll just return it, give you store credit, and then you can go pick out another one if we have it. But if we don't have one, then
you're out of luck.
You're out of luck. So
I don't remember
if they ever change brands or they ever discontinue that one in store, you're not going to be able to swap it out, and you're only stuck having to ship it back, the entire thing. And that doesn't make sense to me. So Home Depot has Husky, and as long as they have it stocked on the floor for individuals, that makes 100% sense. The Cobalt one is kind of dicey because they don't have the full set in stock like they used to. So they may or may not have the exact tool, even though the wording on there reads hassle-free guarantee. You can call their 1-800 number that they have on there, and they may just send you out the tool. If it's small enough, they might not want one back. They might not even want a picture. I know when I did the universal swivel U-joints, we did that video. We torture tested like 15 different brands. As far as the Cobalt one, just told them over the phone, hey, this U-joint broke. Here's the numbers on it. And they sent me a new one because they didn't have one in store.
Okay, new question. And then I want to go back to what Greg said here. Do you know how to warranty a pass-through ratchet AutoZone broken selector switch?
Yeah, so you should just take it in. If the last time I went there, if you don't have your receipt, they typically ask for a driver's license. They'll key it in, and you'll be on your way. But that does put you in their system for habitual returners. So you said AutoZone. Advanced Auto has a fairly easy return policy. Yeah, so Advanced Auto, every time that I've had to warranty something, give them my phone number. Of course, it's not under my account. So then they do ask for a driver's license, but typically the Advanced Auto people, they're like, do you know your driver's license number? I'm like, sure, I know my driver's license number, H, and then I rattle off a bunch of numbers, and they take it every single time. So if you just kind of know your driver's license number fairly closely, they may not even actually ask for your physical driver's license.
God.
No, it doesn't say, it doesn't mandate. It's not a necessity. It's not asterisk. It's not a requirement. It's just something I ask for.
Okay.
They said, do you have a driver's license? I do. And they say, do you know your number? I'm like, sure. So, I mean, if they take it, man. But you guys do what you want to do. I mean, when I read warranty and it says hassle-free, to me, getting my driver's license out of my wallet is a hassle. So
I want to go back to Greg. Let's talk about something other than the flashlights now. LOL. What about dead blow hammers? Not a lot of videos about them. I have no idea what a dead blow hammer is.
So it's going to be a hammer that's got your...
So from the context, I understand it's a hammer, but what does it do?
So it has basically kind of like a lead pellets, lead BBs inside of it, so that it centralizes all the force and impacts right where you blow it, stops it, and so there's not any extra bouncing, things like that.
Do you own one of these?
Yes.
Is it orange?
You can have an orange one. You can have a green one.
Okay. Is yours orange? Is the question. Because I feel like
I do have one that's orange.
Okay, I feel like I know what that is. I wonder. I don't know. Not a lot of videos about them. I don't know. What would you do video on?
I mean, to me, that's one of those things that it either works or it doesn't. You're gonna wear off the coating on it at some point in time.
Well, you could weigh them. You could open them up,
but
see what's inside.
Yeah, but then you're pretty much done at that point in time.
Well, yeah, but if you bought it and like that was the last thing you did.
You know, there's certain brands that you go with, and there's certain brands you go with for cheap ones. I mean, to me, a dead blow hammer is a dead blow hammer. It either works or it doesn't. It either feels decent in your hand or it doesn't really matter. That dead blow also helps for when you're having to beat on something that you don't have all the vibration come back in the handle.
Oh yeah.
It it centralizes and keeps the force right in that actual impact.
That makes sense. Midwest says the Harbor Freight dead blow hammers work just fine. Yeah, I imagine with something like that, you probably don't need to spend like a ton of money on something. I feel like you would use it all the time.
A hammer is kind of a hammer, and then it just matters. Do you need a lighter hammer? Do you need a heavier hammer? I mean, there's a DeWalt one that
Midwest says that hammers in general don't really differ that much. Maybe one brand has a better handle than the other. So yeah, that's probably
they're made out of a different alloy, or they're a lighter one, but they have the blow of a heavier one.
Oh.
You know, like our neighbor that's a builder. You know, as you continue to age and get older, you don't want to have to carry around a 28-ounce hammer when you can carry around a 16 or a 14 and have it hit just as hard.
Yeah.
But everybody's got their own personal preference. I mean, I like the 2 amp hour batteries for enough oomph, but yet I don't have to have a 4 amp hour battery when I can have 2 amp hour batteries. Do I like my 4 amp hour batteries still? Yeah. But if I can do enough work with the 2 amp hour battery, then I don't have to carry around the extra weight.
Okay.
I mean, especially when you're working overhead.
Yeah.
You know, that weight makes a difference. And
okay, yeah. I've never heard of. Okay, C Tansy said been using trusty Cook hammers for years.
Yep.
Decent price and USA made. I feel like I've never heard of that brand.
So they are the OEM for Snap-on, I believe. And they're, what can I say? They're a good dead blow hammer made in the USA.
Oh, that's the dead blow one?
Yep.
Okay.
And they do make green ones. Every now and then you can get, they do have a site where they sell seconds or secondhand ones, and they're like half price, but they go really, really fast. I can't remember what that site is, but I have looked at it. They have some green ones. I want some green ones.
Midwest agreed that the Trusty Cook was a good brand. Framing hammers are fairly unique, and they are truly good brands and lower tier.
So somebody did mention Hart Tools earlier, and believe it or not, Hart Tools actually started out in the early 1980s, 1982, 1983, give or take. And they actually started out as, or maybe was it 92 or 93? One of those. They started out actually making, you know, specialized framing hammers, believe it or not.
And then
they got bought in 2007 by TTI, and now they make Hart Tools today.
Is that Nupla is another great brand?
Yeah, I really, unfortunately, that's one that I haven't heard of too much or looked at. But there's a lot of different tool brands like Top Tool and a couple other ones that not everybody's familiar with, but they're out there.
Oh,
I did want to
away there on Amazon.
I did want to test out the Harbor Freight one, so we wanted to drop that one a couple times and see. Still working.
Ooh, they have like a cool yellow handle.
Let's see where that the Cobalt one is.
Okay, real quick. If you also did not know, here is. It seems more like.
So we're going to test out these two. I'm not actually sure. This one's going to like shatter.
Okay, side note, Nupla tools are fiberglass innovation. Oh my gosh, that is scaring me.
Oh yeah, that's going to break.
Ski hammers.
Yeah, we're getting some separation on the good old Harbor Freight there.
Yeah, it's like made of plastic. I'm going to move again. Just gonna, whew.
Yeah, I mean, we can see that the Cobalt one is definitely stronger than the good old freebie Harbor Freight one. Still got our light going in there. Oh, yep. So
you like damaged the
Harbor Freight is done. Still working, but there we go. We are separated.
You dented your Lowe's bucket.
Yeah, that's okay. Lowe's actually, I don't know if it passed yet, but they have a free turn in your any brand 5-gallon bucket, and you can get
a new bucket.
A new bucket, but that day might have passed. I'll have to look.
I like that we have a couple different color buckets. Who makes my green one?
Harbor Freight one is not doing so well.
Sorry, Harbor Freight, but I knew yours was not going to beat the Cobalt.
Yeah.
Also, I think I'm saying your name right. Tone Sick. The H in heart is a hammer. That's my favorite thing about the heart logo. I think it's so clever.
So yeah, that was the freebie Harbor Freight one. I actually did want the little LED.
And Midwest says, like cracking open a coconut.
Yep.
Tool addict Dylan, the excitement you get when breaking stuff is priceless. I can't imagine you as a kid.
The things I did as a kid, I cannot share.
He did so many things. So many.
I'm lucky to be, you know, I was really always safe in a lot of the things that I did. Had time delay.
Would your mom agree?
Time delay fuses and other things that really allowed you to not be within a very, very large vicinity that it could be somebody else or anybody else. Just made sure everything was loud enough and big enough that you could see it from a quarter mile away or so. That's when you know you had the good stuff, when you felt it when you're a quarter mile away.
Chris's mom always loves to tell this story how she would like be on the phone with like her friend and would turn her back for like a little bit. And this is back when she was like, where I can't even think of what they're called, corded phone. She was like stuck to the wall. So she's on the phone. So she had to be in the kitchen or wherever she was. And she would talk on the phone for a little bit. And then by the time she'd go back in the room where Chris is playing, he'd somehow have gotten a hold of one of his dad's tools and would unscrew all of the chair legs or something. I kind of forget. But he'd basically take apart the furniture. And it's a wonder that you ever made it to adulthood and that your mother didn't.
She's going to be a saint. We got Yoda Doug Tool Collecting Channel in the house. He said he just got here, popped open a micro root beer. Well, I popped open a sun-kissed orange, and this thing has 123% of your
if you were in the
sugar.
chat earlier and you've been hanging out with us for an hour and 37 minutes, then you know how healthy this is.
And we still got the Cobalt Virtually Indestructible light sitting submerged in the water. It's still working out.
Okay. Max Spicer asked, Chris, have you had any experience with Harbor Freight Zurich Pro Scanner?
I have not.
Zurich?
I have not. The two scanners that I have the most experience with are going to be Launch. So I have the Launch CRP 129E.
Oh, is that like the car scanner?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I have that one that's got the 5-inch touch screen, and then that has lifetime updates on it. And then I also have one of the older, it's pretty much outdated. I can't update it anymore. I'd have to go look and see which brand it is. I will do that for you.
Ed, I'm sorry. I did not mean to make you feel old. The corded phone.
And that one's lasted me for a long time. I just needed something a little bit newer that gave me some reset functionality with it. And so now I can reset oil lights with the Launch that I have. And the next step up, I'll probably get one that can do a diesel particular filter reset. My brother's got a Mercedes Sprinter that we just don't want to fork over the price for a higher dollar scanner, but the Mercedes dealer wants like $450 to do a reset each time.
Oh, okay.
Chris, are you planning on doing a comparison video on Crescent style wrenches?
You're
yes, I am, because I have them all back there.
Chat.
My wife is really great for trying to keep me on track, so I do appreciate it.
I don't want you guys to feel offended if he misses you. He doesn't mean to. Okay, Yoda Doug says, Client Graphics, yo, just got here. I just popped open a micro root beer. Oh, I think you already mentioned
Did read that one.
Okay. Oh, Tool Addict Dylan. If he's ever in a bad mood with you, just give him something to break and it'll all be good. Hey, that's a good piece of advice. He looked like he had a lot of fun breaking that blue Harbor Freight light. And you have a lot of them to break. So
you need to try the Proto and the Snap-on adjustables. You know, when I was on the Mack truck the other day, I almost broke down and got a little bit more expensive adjustable wrench. But you know,
I'm just surprised you didn't buy it. I mean, treat yourself. I mean,
but the thing is, hey, you got a fan in the house tonight.
Guys, my favorite person just joined. Everyone say hi to Tarek. Thank you for the super chat.
We got the flashlight for you.
Breaking flashlights.
And it's still working.
Chris is trying not to hit me.
The Cobalt
Again.
is still virtually indestructible. We'll do. We'll see if we can do the Cobalt spin.
I feel like I am in the way.
Cobalt spin still survived. One more time.
It is landing on a mat.
And it's still. You know what? There's no mat now.
It just doesn't sound like it's
The
really
Cobalt
hitting hard because of that
still
rubber.
Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. So
I would
have to say that this one has been.
It's taken out the Craftsman. It's taken out the Harbor Freight.
Yep.
It has not taken out itself. So.
Pretty impressed.
Thank you for joining, Tarek, and thank you for the super chat. I always love when you join.
And we still do have the little pen light inside the submerged water going on for an hour and a half. So it is rated IPX7, so 30 minutes up to 1 meter, and it's doing its thing.
People are giving you some advice on things to try, or just the chat in general. Sioux City Ginger Beer.
Oh, we got put it on a string and go for a ride. That's a good idea. Hey, Chris, do you know how well the tolerances are in capri wrenches?
We need to go up. Chris, are you planning on doing a comparison video on crescent style wrenches? Did we answer that one?
Yeah, we got all of those back there. So we'll just mention some of the brands that we have. We got the DeWalt adjustable ones. We got the Crescent.
Oh my gosh.
We got the Husky. We got the Hart. We got the Milwaukee. We got the Channel.
Are those
We got the Doyle. We got the Hyper Tough. We got the Rubbermaid. We got the Pittsburgh. Okay. And we have the Work Pro.
Okay, that is like a.
So we have a bunch of adjustable wrenches. Oh, and not to mention, to leave out for anybody and everybody out there,
too.
We have the Craftsman USA forged. I believe this one was. I thought it was a Western forge. Yep, it's got the WF markings. So we're going to enter that one in too.
You have a Milwaukee over there.
Out of those right here, and only these, these right here, because we already did mention Milwaukee.
Oh,
these are all 10-inch adjustable wrenches. The Milwaukee that my wife is talking about is the 8-inch wide jaw. So you basically get an 8-inch that has the depth of the width of a 10-inch, almost a 12-inch.
Are you gonna like torture test those?
So when we do that, we're gonna not only look for the play in them. So we'll basically be looking to see how much separation there is between the screw on them. We'll also go ahead and torture test them. We do have a couple of the 8-inch ones. We'll go ahead and show the right way to hold them and the wrong way with the amount of force that can be applied, and hopefully the right way will be able to apply more force than the wrong way. And then we'll go ahead and torture test all the 10 inches.
Are you gonna like hand it to me to do it first and like teach me how to do it? I feel like I would do it the wrong way. I don't even know the right way.
You will just have to find out.
Okay, someone Midwest says you need to try Proto and Snap-on adjustables.
Always good stuff. Like to see torque wrench comparison videos. Just a little bit on tolerance, and it comes down to, everybody's like, well, that was not in tolerance or whatnot. I really need a bench, really need to have the mechanics for that. Otherwise, when you're just doing it by hand, you're always going to have a margin of error when you actually get to the poles.
Okay, somebody asked, I am sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Arzaga says, hey, Chris, do you know how well the tolerances are on Capri wrenches, like the 0 offset double box end ones?
All right, so somebody had a question about the...
I feel like that's a good question. I feel like he's super excited to answer because I don't even know.
Somebody had a question about the Capri
what type of tools.
Double box in, 0 offset.
Oh, yeah, I've seen these before.
Long metric wrenches.
Ooh, those are fun.
They're pretty nice.
Ooh, I feel like that's super shiny.
They're really decent. They basically, to me, are like a rebrand of a couple other brands out there. I know Midwest Tool Review might be able to mention some of those brands. They look really close to the Genius Tool one and a couple other ones out there. I have no complaints with them. They're very light. They do what they need to do, and
I feel like I'm showcasing
everything to me was within spec when I looked at them. Stampings were kind of deep on them, but again, that's not really going to affect the overall tool. Better deeper than lighter, but I actually have no complaints about them. They do exactly what they want. If you can catch them on sale, they do come with a nice little tool holder, because you're not going to use these every single day.
It's just kind of like fun to goof with. I do like, and I think a lot of tools are this way, but I like how they make use of both ends. So it's like you have less things to keep track of.
But it's funny that you guys ask about things and I have them. So I really do.
You used this because this one's busted a bit right there.
I do. I have used them. I mean,
I don't know if that bothers people.
In some senses, you can use them. If I had the tool, why wouldn't I use it? I mean, that's what it's there for. I mean,
well, I just meant like, have you used that size?
Yeah, I mean, I've used it for. It's actually, that is a nice gouge on there, huh? Didn't know that. Well, I don't always have time to polish all my tools, but it works pretty decent for supplementing if you didn't want to buy a serpentine belt kit. Honestly, there's so many tools these days that are made that are extra long, extra shallow, all these different things that, I mean, it's almost to a point where it's like, I don't even need a serpentine belt kit anymore. Did you have a question, honey?
You don't need a tool? You don't need that tool.
I don't.
You just need the other tools. You just don't need that one. Okay. Just needed to make sure my husband was
Midwest
still
Tool
present.
said, I just don't know how applicable the extra long double box and wrenches are for DIY applications. Primarily the length, almost need a lift to really take advantage of the extra long wrenches. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough.
I don't even know what a lift is. You don't have to explain it, but
we'll have one in a house someday. Maybe the garage, fair enough, not in the house.
I don't even know, like it would lift my car up. Like, okay, well then that makes sense. Hey, super quick, Tone 6 says you should submerge the light in something like oil or WD-40. Hey, that's a great time to read your comment because we're up. That is a very good thought. Midwest Tool, can I send you one called a lobster adjustable, which I believe is Japanese made? And then C. Tansy said he would like to see a torque wrench comparison video. And then Greg says, you'd be surprised how many people don't know the correct way to hold an adjustable wrench. That's probably me. I don't even understand how you use those. You don't have to explain it to me, but I don't. You're going
to want to put the force.
Well, no, don't tell me. Let me like.
Pull.
Here, I didn't. Good thing
so
I
that's
didn't.
Okay.
Don't tell me. I want to.
Oil trans brake fluid would be great for those lights. I mean.
I don't want to.
Would it really be? We just want to test if it still works. Yeah, brake fluid would be. Oh yeah, brake fluid. I wonder if that'd strip off some of the black coating on it. It'd be interesting to see.
Do you still have some of the oil that you like pour into that yellow thing when you do the car oil change thing? Like
I'd have to look.
Isn't it like somewhere in that area? You could drop it in.
I'd have to look.
Would you want to put it in? I wouldn't want to touch it. We can get the kitchen tongs though.
It'll be fine, honey.
Okay. I'll let you touch it.
I don't know. Maybe we'll throw together a video at some point in time on the lights, but that's kind of what the live stream was for. I mean, sometimes there's only enough.
No, we could just let's hop in the car. Let's take everybody on a ride.
You know what? If you're going to do something like that, we might as well just go to like the parts store and be like, I'm going to bring back some oil and dump it in the tub and then just tie the flashlight on a string and dunk it in there. And
hey, Midwest has a good point. He says, hey, they said virtually indestructible, so that should include caustic fluids.
It should. I mean, whatever's going to cover the IPX7, which, I mean, it says withstands water submersion. I mean, I guess that technically isn't all the other fluids.
I mean, you dropped it accidentally.
Yeah, they're all accidents.
Right.
And the lifetime warranty on these right now is very easy to take advantage of because I was the first one to buy one in my store. The whole stock, kit and caboodle, was fully stocked.
You were the first one?
That I know of. Oh my gosh, my Lowe's was a show, a disaster. I mean,
also another reason why I barely have seen my husband today.
If I had to rank today and today only, the cleanliness and organization of the store, Home Depot won hands down. There was still just so much stuff that was out of place at my Lowe's, but they had everything that I needed. Somebody said, had an Icon ratchet grip handle come off after I got some transmission fluid on it and got it warranted.
Well, good. Yeah, they should.
I'm sorry that it came off. I can tell you that it's not specific to the Icon brand. I've seen, and unfortunately, that's happened with many other brands. Usually Lowe's is spotless because it stinks. You know,
when I think about like, oh man, I need to go. Okay, I actually don't think this. When I think, oh, Chris should go to the hardware store, I don't ever think about him ever showing up at Lowe's. So
I only go to Lowe's because there's a couple things that I like there. But then again, I go to Lowe's, I go to Home Depot, and I go to Menards. Trans-Blake fluid are very destructive.
To the glue that secures the handle. That makes sense.
Yeah.
They probably like combat each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing. I mean, I've known people that will swear they'll never even use a snap-on comfort grip because when that thing comes off once, you don't ever want to take that chance again.
Oh, Midwest. Menards is also my favorite. I love going to Menards.
Yeah, that's why every now and then I do try to put some things in the video. I didn't have any Menards stuff up there.
They sell great candy, and I have the last couple of years I found really good Christmas gift for the kids there. Like not like tools or anything. They like have a legit kid section for toys.
You know, we do have some moderators in here. Do want to give a shout out to you guys. We have actually been pretty lucky the last couple live streams where we haven't had to have too much moderation going on.
Yeah, thanks for keeping it clean.
But there are a couple people that we do want to mention that are also YouTube creators in and of itself, and they do have some pretty decent, worthwhile stuff. So the first person we'll mention is Neil the Maintenance Man. If you like a good live, he's always up for one every now and then. He's a very busy guy, but that's life, and he gets a chance to make content when he does. Midwest Tool Review has probably one of the most envious ratchet collections out there. And he's got a nice Matco Jamestown cart.
And thanks to both of them for their super chats earlier.
It's very full. We also do have Tarek. We love it when you show up. We love it when you just come and hang out with us. String Bean's always been around. He eats some really interesting things.
For YouTube?
Yeah. He's also got a lot of little collecting things here or there.
Nice.
But everybody's got a little bit of something out there. And so we appreciate you guys help making the live stream and the chats and everything work behind the scenes.
Did you get Jay, who was in here earlier?
Jay, who was in here earlier, Ed, the old tech guy. You know, every now and then when he gets a chance, he'll break some ratchets too.
Oh, nice. Good to have a little competition for you, right?
I always have to see if the specs or the comparison is a little bit about the same. One of these days, he will make sure that he hits the peak before he actually goes to break the ratchet. That way it captures and holds the highest value. Then you don't have to go back and look at your footage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's okay. It's happened to me before. That's why you got it on video. That way you can go back and watch it. Man, I was watching. What was I watching today? I think it was. I think somebody had the new iPhone 12.
You were watching that the other day.
No, that was today.
Oh, it was today.
So there's a new iPhone 12 video out where somebody actually takes a force meter and sees how many Newton meters it takes to break the glass. Ooh. And so they did an iPhone 11, and it was like we'll say it was like 320 Newton meters to break the glass, and the iPhone 12 was able to take like 420, but he didn't have it set to peak when he broke the first phone, the iPhone 11. And so they had to go back, and thankfully they had 3 different cameras on it. And they were able to capture it. But I mean, this guy, he's got like 250,000 subscribers and things like that. And
that's smart though.
You know what? People actually make mistakes. I mean, that's just what it is.
I'll tell you what, I feel like teens, and it's nothing against them, but they are like notorious for breaking their phones, and they don't always have screen protectors. And then they're just stuck with a broken screen because either parents won't fix it or they're not fixing it. But I would want to know.
You don't even have to be a kid. You can be an adult.
Sometimes you just drop your phone and you're an adult.
Sometimes you break your own phone, and
I don't know what it is, but watching videos of things get broken or smushed
that
or
was not
cut.
I mean, fun day.
They're fun to watch every once in a while. I like watching when you break this stuff. But thanks to everybody who's said nice things in the chat and joined us. We appreciate it. I was going to mention BSS Small Engines was in here earlier.
Yeah, he was.
And Sergeant Joe, is that correct? He was in here. He's one of your mods. I could not go back and look further. So if we missed you, sorry about that. But
we still do have that light.
Appreciate you guys being here. I mean, I'm going to look at your chat.
It's unbelievable.
To make sure.
Yeah, Neil, that's just kind of how it is.
Menards.
The ego stuff is going on. You know what? Speaking of ego and some of the other brands out there, so whether you want to call them Chevron, Chevron, you can call that tool company however you want to say it. If you want to put your pronunciation, how you pronounce it in the chat, that's fine.
Part of the issue I think we ran into is I think they're like are they like in Europe? I think they're like from Great Britain. And so sometimes their pronunciation was like different than ours. Like the vowels are a little bit different. So I don't know. Also, I just want to point out, I'm getting caught up here on the chat. Tone 6 said it was his first time on the live chat. So thanks for joining us. I'm not sure how you stumbled upon us, or maybe you subscribed to my husband's channel and you joined. We appreciate you being here. I hope you come back.
Well, speaking of those, if you go to Home Depot, so Home Depot clearanced out, moved out the Ego brand, but believe it or not, they actually had a lull with getting stock in. So they picked up some skill saws and a couple other brands which come from Europe. Nice. The Chevron.
I'm gonna point out quick. Ed says. He says too, you forgot to mention I break ratchets to a Star Wars theme just because I like to have a fun, goofy time. Not technical like your videos, LOL.
They're all technical. If you are out there and you have a force meter of any kind that is trying to gather a metric or a number or capture it, then there is some technicality to it. So I will give you that. It's not like we're breaking it just to break it. So there are some videos out there where people are just purely forcefully breaking something, you know, throwing
Sometimes are they just like
a flashlight. I mean, we're just throwing a flashlight, but it's only because Cobalt had to put the challenge out there. You put on the packaging.
It's like they want
virtually
you to, like,
indestructible. It's like buy me for that challenge, and well, that's a challenge that we will probably have to take up into another video. So
I like the idea of like putting it on the string and just driving it around.
Yeah, that'll be kind of interesting.
Can we like hook the GoPro up? Like, can we make that work?
Yeah, you just point it to this and...
No, I'm like thinking about like with our cars, could we like finagle like a rig?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. We might do that. We might wake up in the morning and find that our kids require too much attention, but it's a really good thought for right now.
Be like, kids, we're going for a Saturday morning drive. Can you...
Oh, we could go get donuts.
Yeah, while we drag the Cobalt light along.
Donut. Also,
we come back with just a stub because it ground down, and we're like, yeah, we need to warranty this.
Yeah, we need to warranty this brand new light that, you know. Also, you guys are talking about Ego. I like did not know that was a brand. I just connected the dots just now. Ego, I'm guessing. Ooh. Home Depot got rid of Ego because Lowe's picked them up. Word is Bosch will completely go away and Makita will have a limited option in store. Interesting. How do we know this?
No, there's lots of different stories out there. Well, I mean, because Bosch is picked up at other big box stores, so Home Depot wants to be so exclusive that one, they don't have to price match, and two, you go to their store and their store.
They do like only a price matching thing. That makes sense.
So that's kind of their end game, is to not have competition with a bunch of other brands.
Okay.
But everybody's going to have DeWalt, so I mean, as long as they're going to carry DeWalt, they need to get over it.
Neil says run over it. I don't know if you were here earlier, but Chris said that he wanted to ask
I thought it'd be fun if we went
the
to
forklift operators to run it over. I really do.
Not only at Lowe's, but at Home Depot. See if we can get the forklift guys to run it over. That'd be kind of cool.
I feel like we should ask Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards. I feel like all three should.
I will at least take it and ask. I mean, I will at least get the ask on camera and be like, can you run this over for me? And if they say no, they say no. But I think that would be at least a good opportunity to go to the store. A good excuse to go to the hardware store.
Oh.
My Home Depot actually dropped the price on their Ego mowers and chainsaws. So yeah, mine did too. They had it in the clearance section. They still weren't that great of a buy. And there's still actually so much for summertime yard equipment that they still have that they haven't clearanced it out. And I'll probably cut a lot out of my video when I get a chance to do my Home Depot walk around, because I went to sections like that and spoke my 2 cents for well over an hour walking around the store, and I got to condense that down to something very short. But yeah, I say things like that. It's like, it's almost Christmas, but it's not, because we haven't even got to Thanksgiving.
And they have Christmas candy out. They had it out before Halloween,
right?
So I mean, they should.
You have
try and
all of the holidays
right?
out potentially, and you haven't clearanced your summer stuff out. It's just, it's mind blowing.
Maybe they're still trying to sell it. I don't know. Midwest said that he didn't think that the light's rated to withstand 4,000 pounds.
But
probably
believe it or not, they actually show driving over it with a vehicle in one of their videos.
I highly doubt that a 2-ton truck drove over it, though.
I couldn't vouch for what it is, but they do have
I actually really like the video they made. Well, I think we need to freeze it.
So they showed a lot of the stuff. We did have a place that we can procure dry ice already confirmed should we want to do any cold testing with it, but it's only going to work as much as the batteries are going to work. Might as well
just throw it in a thing tonight and throw it in our freezer. Tarek said something, went over the 2021 Milwaukee planogram. Is that right? With Milwaukee rep, and a manager today told me what corporate was planning for the next year.
Planogram. So that's going to be like the floor layout and things of that nature.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. My local Home Depot has Ryobi in Milwaukee. Oh, has more Ryobi than Milwaukee.
Yeah, there's a lot of Ryobi there.
The way 2020 has gone, stores are ready to get this year over with. Yeah.
My Northern tool is full of Milwaukee tools. I don't have a Northern tool.
Jarvis says, I haven't committed to a power tool brand, but I'm leaning to Makita or Milwaukee.
So BW's Electronics said he missed out on the 80-volt Cobalt chainsaw for 150 recently. So that's interesting that you bring up the 80-volt line. They also do have a 40-volt line and then a 24-volt line. A lot of the 24-volt line is all the Chevron stuff, however you want to say it. The 40-volt one, I believe, is a lot of Greenworks stuff. So we might actually see a lot of the 40-volt stuff get nixed. I don't know, though. But if you think about what they're trying to do and what brands and manufacturers and the OEMs they're trying to keep with, it'll be interesting to see if Cobalt keeps that 40-volt line around. But again, don't know. I mean, Cobalt's kind of interesting how they do and don't do, and what they don't tell everybody about marketing stuff, and then they just dump new stuff in the store. It's kind of interesting.
Sounds like everybody kind of has their own opinion on Makita versus Milwaukee.
They both do things well. They both work.
I feel like
people have, it's when you buy into battery line, it gets expensive.
I was going to say, I feel like you owe it to yourself to try something that you want, and then if it doesn't work out for you, return it within the whatever grace period is, and then try something new, because I feel like you've tried out a bunch of different things, and I feel like you've kind of settled in on Cobalt. And I feel like we have the most batteries for that, but I feel like you've tried a couple different ones. Is that your favorite at this point? Cobalt?
It just depends.
Or do we just have the most of it because they had the best deals? I don't know.
It just really depends. Like Cobalt, unfortunately, doesn't have everything. They don't have the cordless cordless nailers. You can't get a 16 and 18 gauge.
Oh yeah.
So that's
thing.
one of those things that would really frustrate me, where it's like, if you want everything, you literally got to go back to Milwaukee or Ryobi. And there's a huge difference between those two. And if you didn't buy into Milwaukee, then you're not going to want to spend that price on that for that one or two item that you don't have. So yeah, you go all in on Cobalt, but you don't get that air nailer. So now you got to buy something else. Now you're going to buy the cheaper one that's going to work. And so then you're going to go with the Ryobi.
Yeah.
But again, I do have the air nailers, and I just said, you know what?
Grab that guy. I'll tell you what the best purchase was for us, even though we didn't have the battery pack. I don't know how to say it. We didn't have any other batteries for this, did we? Or maybe
no, we bought the. You know what? We should shoot the glass with a nail. The plastic.
I'm gonna let you.
We'll save that for a video. We will save that for a video.
I feel like it would ricochet and like injure one of them.
You can shoot this through a pop can.
Didn't we do that?
We did, but we didn't put it on video. But you can shoot this into a pop can from a couple feet away.
I'll tell you what, that thing was worth it. One of the guys working on our windows had something similar to this, and it just made his job look so much easier and quicker because he wasn't toting around the air compressor.
Yep, he had the DeWalt versions. He had the 18 and the 16 gauge. Used the 18 or the 18 for the frame, and he used for the jams and whatnot. He used the 16, and good to go. So you know what? We're still having success with that light. I think
I'm pretty sure I ignored the timer, and
so how long?
It's
almost 2 hours.
Probably. Yeah.
Probably about 2 hours.
But I mean, honestly, it's not that deep in water, so.
But it really doesn't have to be. It just has to be in water. Or
really
think about it if you left it out overnight in the grass and it rained. We're sitting in about a foot of water, so relative to what's going to happen, I mean, it'll be okay.
I feel like it's...
The Ryobi cordless router is awesome. I have one of the older versions of that back when it was the NiCads, and I really liked it.
I still prefer air nailers, but in a pinch, I use my Ryobi. Okay. Yeah,
I mean, my Bosch hits hard with the air, and I like it, and it works. But I didn't feel like dragging out the air compressor. So yep.
Tark says, I own a little bit of everything, but Milwaukee is my bread and butter. As an ex-mechanic and now in the construction field, Milwaukee has the most options for both trades. That's actually good to know for probably a lot of the people in the chat. So if you were unsure, sounds like Tark is giving Milwaukee the seal of approval.
Between that and DeWalt, you just have to pick which one you want to go in, and either one will most likely get the job done for you.
What's a pin nailer?
That's going to be your very fine little trim work that you're going to use.
Oh, yeah. I know what that is.
Maybe like your...
I covered a lot of holes from those in our kitchen, right? The quarter end?
Yeah.
Yep. There we go. Neil, the maintenance man, giving his...
Yep. There you go. See, you really do know more than you give yourself credit for.
Okay, but like I can't like pull it from my brain. The recall is,
you don't do it every day.
Tricky,
but you do it enough.
But I can recognize things. Yeah.
You know what? Just think of it this way. You know more than some. She has not got the white cabinets painted yet.
Sorry, I'm laughing because Midwest questions. No, I've not gotten, but I'm like 99% sure that my neighbors on a different street are painting their kitchen cabinets because they have this little setup outside with like a tent. And I've seen wood in their garage, and I'm pretty sure that that's their painting zone.
That's a good idea. We might actually get like a little pop-up tent for that.
Yeah, it's a white tent.
Yeah.
I'll point it out when we
That's a good idea.
And I thought, wow, that's really smart. I'm going to tell my husband. So I'm telling you.
That's a good idea, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
we
feel like
need
that
the space.
investment
That probably is a better investment, because to try to get and make plastic.
There we go, Tarek. I wasn't going to ask this week about it. It's okay.
Yes.
2020. Ask away. Can it really get any worse?
Yes. I mean, it's just been one of those weeks or 2 weeks. I mean,
Yes.
I barely got a chance to do
Midwest.
one video this week, and
like so hard for you. Good thing you bought 1 million tools.
So
I mean, close to $1 million. I mean, you got a big piece
I do buy tool. Like, everybody's got their own stress relief. I guess I break tools and I buy tools.
I didn't realize you're so stressed this week. I guess that's
shopping's tough. It's hard to make the decisions.
Gosh, I just don't know what tools to buy. There's just so many I don't own. It's hard to be you, babe.
I don't think just about me. I think about all the other people that want a decent tool at a inexpensive price. And so then I have to buy all 3 or 4 of them and compare.
I mean, how do you say no?
You
don't. Yeah. Just don't.
You know, if I'm like James and I get such a great deal on some of the name brand products, the struggle is real. The struggle is real.
That's how I feel when I go into Aldi. I don't know if you've heard me talk about my love for Aldi, but I love Aldi. There's this aisle where they just have a bunch of stuff, and it changes every week. And I happened to go to Aldi this week on the right day. They were selling all their advent calendar stuff. Yeah, I couldn't say no to so many things, so I bought it all. So, and I didn't feel bad about it when I slid the credit card.
So Neil looks and makes a good point there. He was talking, and we talked to me, and he talked to Dewey did it about the fact that the depth of the Cobalt line is 30 plus tools, maybe 50, where Ryobi is at 175 to 180 plus. And if you think about Hart Tools, for instance, they have over 30 plus tools, and they just launched in the last year. So how can you just have a brand that launches in the last year come out with almost just as many tools as Cobalt does? They're different kind of tools. Cobalt has all brushless for the most part with their new stuff, but
I don't remember what that means, but
they're completely different. So yeah, Cobalt still needs to get some more tools out there, but the ones I do have do work.
Yeah,
but it is something to consider.
P.S. Greg and Midwest Tools, they both go to Aldi, so they probably know how awesome Aldi is.
We just got Aldi, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah. Oh man, my favorite guy who used to check us out got moved to the other Aldi on the other side of town, and it's just not the same. Nobody rings up my groceries the same, but I keep going back.
So see, a statement like that, then you understand where you pay for service, you pay for that person that you expect to see, and you can't always get that when you go to your big box store.
Nope.
And that's why sometimes having a relationship with a more expensive tool dealer, whether it be a tool truck or even a contractor store that's going to sell building supplies and other kind of things.
Yep.
Where they have a relationship that you can build with them, which sometimes makes a good sense to do.
Yep. So
I'm willing to pay for service within reason.
Oh my God, here we go about the tool trucks. Great argument, Chris.
No, I'm just mentioning it. I mean, I've been really happy with my Mac tool dealer, and I couldn't say nicer things about him right now. Could that change in a year? Could that change in 6 weeks? Sure, it could.
You know, I can't.
You know what? He could move on to a different.
Yeah, he might.
Different, bigger, and better option.
He could dump you.
Okay, usually they don't dump you.
Just
They
kidding.
just
Move on.
move on.
Well, I was going to say, I don't buy all my groceries at Aldi. There are a few things that I have to buy at other stores, but I get 90% of what I need at Aldi.
There's very few tool truck people and dealers that I know that when you want something, you pay for it in full and you pay it all off, and there's no qualms. You don't ask the price. You just like, I want to buy this, and you're done. They don't argue with that 99.9% of the time. There's one or two people out there in the universe that have said, yeah, my tool dealer won't sell to me. Or I think there was a gentleman that used to buy Tecton tools back when they were MIT. And he posted some big old rant online that they had decent quality tools, and then he stopped carrying their brand for a while and then wanted to come back and carry them. And they're like, nope, we're good. We're good. But again, everybody's got a different experience.
No. Oh, I have no idea who you're talking
about. It's just, there's very few people when you have money that'll say no to it.
Gotcha. So. Okay.
I just want to go on a tool truck and experience it. You know what? I almost got my wife to go with me the other day.
I was going to say, I feel like I've been on a tool truck,
haven't.
But I know I haven't. It's just because I've seen footage of people being on tool trucks.
Our kids, our daughter.
I think our son's been on a tool truck.
They've been on it more than you have.
Okay. I don't feel like I'm missing out. There's nothing I want on the tool truck. Nothing would excite me on the tool truck. So I'd rather just go to Aldi, go walk around Walmart or Target, see what's on sale.
As long as you don't come back with a bunch of Aldi tools, I'm good.
They do every once in a while have a couple of tools. Somebody, I forget who, I saw your comment go through, but somebody mentioned they had, I think they got a Work Zone light or something. But every once in a while they'll sell tools or equipment, and I'll take pictures and I'll send it to Chris and be like, hey, do we need this? And the answer is usually no, but I do think if you want to go and see tools.
Midwest Tool. I can't focus when I'm on a truck. I must buy something, or I feel like I'm empty inside.
There's probably like stress and pressure that like you got to buy from this guy who's letting you on his tool truck, and like, ooh, what's the cheapest thing I can get away with without spending $1 million?
You're partially renting his time. I mean, that's it's
he's a salesman, so if he's good at his job, you will buy something before you leave the truck.
I mean, that's the
Chris
hope.
is like, yes, I don't want you to know that I actually bought tools this week that you just don't know about, but you might see in a video soon. See your face.
You know about all of them. I've showed you all of them. If
I don't remember.
I don't expect everybody to go back and watch.
Well, you got this one on the. I don't remember.
You know that they had their clearance sale, right? And we checked out a couple of these.
Well, I guess I wasn't listening to you. You know how that goes.
She was even here for this video where we talked about how do you pronounce this brand?
Well, yeah, I just didn't remember you got it from a tool truck. I'm pretty sure it's Tang.
I didn't get this from a tool truck.
Oh, I thought you just said that you did.
We're talking about the tools so that everybody that's in the stream doesn't have to go back.
Let's remind everybody and me, where did you get that from? And how much was it?
I got this online. I can't pronounce the name.
We think it's Tang, not Ting.
Tang.
Or Tang.
But we're going to check out those. And we also did pick up some of the power built stuff as we go through and try to organize some of our Icon Toolbox stuff, because we did get new drawers. So for everybody that's joining late at some point in time.
And these are the what inch?
We'll remove two of the smaller drawers. That's about 4 1/4, 4.5 inches. So we'll remove two of the smaller drawers, put in one of the bigger drawers, making the roll cab and the actual 36-inch go from an 8-drawer to a 7-drawer.
Yeah.
We are going to try out some foam.
Do you want me to hold these at all?
For organization. So we have some power built stuff. That's the Power Built ProTech.
I do like these foam ones. One of the places at SEMA, they were like teal green. They had a bunch of foam inserts like that in their tool carts.
So we're gonna try out those and see, at least give it a shot, see what our organization looks like.
We got another pronunciation, Tang.
Yeah, that's kind of about the like, yeah, Tang. I have both. Yeah, Boxo is another one. That's who we saw. They had
I remember that.
They had the roll, the cart on wheels for track day. That was a pretty neat thing. They also had the truck that was pimped out that had the fenders that opened up that had, so yeah, that's another kind of one of those where they focus on that organization.
Bye, Neil.
And things of that nature.
Yeah, that one was cool. To me, and this is nothing against them or any of the other places we saw at SEMA, none of the, what are these called? Carts? Toolboxes. They weren't that different from each other, but the Boxo was unique because you could customize like your car with the thing you mentioned, like whatever that's called. Again, sorry, I don't remember. You just said it, but fender, something.
Right.
Sorry. But I felt like not a lot of toolbox companies had something you could customize outside of like a square box, which I thought was cool.
We got Neil, the maintenance man, leaving. Have a good night, man. Also BW Electronics, if you're cutting out, have a good one. I'm not certain of that. I've only heard of Lang. I've heard of Lang. We do quite a bit of rebranding for lots of other companies. But yeah, we do have people wrapping up. It is almost midnight. We do have to be parents tomorrow. We did we took our flashlight out. So we did have the Cobalt flashlight that is virtually indestructible, survived pretty much everything we threw at it. We do have both of our pen lights that are still working, as well as our 600 lumen. That one is still working too. Not too bad. Pretty impressed with them.
Jose, thank you for the nice compliment. We enjoy you stopping by.
Yeah, Jose, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thanks for the channel love.
Nope, I'm staying until you send me home. Well, we're probably going to send ourselves home here pretty soon. I know.
I like legitimately have not. Well, okay, I did like eat dinner with you, but I've not seen my husband at all today. I guess I missed you.
Oh, that's
thanks
so
for
nice.
letting me come on your live stream.
No, thanks for having you. Thanks for having me. Thanks for doing this with me.
I feel like I learned so many new things about what you bought. I can't wait for you to like play with your tools. So I'm, like looking behind me going, there's so much tools.
We did pick up another ratchet.
Hey, real quick, Ed the old tech guy.
Oh, there we go.
Thank
Ed,
you for the $2 super chat.
That was his second one, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like Ed, you already gave us some.
We did forget the first one that he did when he was talking about do the red light, and then the red light was actually broken on the Craftsman flashlight.
Don't buy the Craftsman.
I don't think you can buy this anymore. This is an awful light.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing they don't sell them. I really do like this Cobalt light.
It's terrible light.
I also just really like that they're black and blue colors. Because I feel like so many tool brands are red.
There is a lot of
like there's just a lot of red, but I feel like, and I probably am wrong when I say this, but I feel like there's not very many blue, like this beautiful royal blue color.
And you know, the thing is that if I sold you on them, I sold you on them. I'm not here to sell you on anything. I'm here because purely I did some of my pre-Black Friday shopping because it started at Home Depot today, and that's where I started. But when I walked into Lowe's, I went in there with the purpose of just getting the $99 tool set so we can compare the Husky, the Cobalt, going to get the Heart tools, and one of the other ones. But then this caught my eye because the packaging specifically said virtually indestructible.
Well, and they put it on there for people just like you so that you can buy it and
I'm like, you know what? I think we need to check that out. And then I got all these Instagram ads, and they were showing off this new Cobalt light. Your phone was
listening to you. That's
and I was like, you know what? We're going to make a live stream out of this, and we're going to see if they truly are indestructible. And I'd have to say given the things that we did today, they're going to survive your basic falls. If you leave it outside overnight and it gets rained on, you drop it in some water, things of that nature.
I mean, it really did get a little bit busted. I think you guys can see. But I mean, it works at the end of the day, and you probably don't care that there's some bruises on it. But I'm seeing I see some love for the black and blue colors in the chat. So virtually equals results may vary.
And that is true. That's why we tried to give you the 600 lumen as well as the pen light. And
I feel like this one turns on way easier than the pen light. It's
kind of like a diamond. A diamond's a very hard material, but if you hit it or bump it or jostle it just right, thing will shatter.
So does that mean only a Cobalt flashlight can break another Cobalt flashlight?
You know what?
Why didn't you buy two?
That's the question we'll have to pose. And then you can have two of these and you can be like signaling and then accidentally start having Cobalt sword wars with your flashlights. It's getting to be a long night. You better watch out. This Cobalt light's going to attack that Cobalt light. Ah! Okay. Our phones do listen. My clients were talking about a barn door. When I got home, my Echo was showing
me ads.
Barn doors ads. Yeah.
It's Facebook. I'm telling you, it's Facebook. Instagram does it.
They tell you that it's technically not. They've done side by side, like black box things where it can't hear, and I don't know. It'd be interesting to do that again.
Lies.
We've tried.
Facebook's in court for things. You can't tell me they're not.
It's probably a closed sealed case that you'll never hear about. I'll pay somebody off.
I do not know the status of their court cases, but I know they've been to court. Mark Zuckerberg, you're listening to me right now on my phone. He's hearing me.
Then hopefully he can give us a thumbs up.
Although, surprisingly, I don't have a ton of tool ads on my phone.
Look who joined us super late. We got CP the Tool Addict. Hey, late stream. So he came to check out the Virtually Indestructible Cobalt light, which is still bright. We do have the one that went for 2 hours submerged in the water. We'll give CP the Tool Addict and a little flippity doodah of the flashlight. And as you can see, still, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, the Cobalt Virtually Indestructible flashlight has been pretty much indestructible the whole night for us.
There was a Jim that joined earlier. I don't see his name here anymore, but he joined earlier and said that he had wished he had joined earlier or got here at the beginning. So thanks to the two of you and anybody else who just joined for coming to hang out. We've been talking for 2 hours and 28 minutes. I did not think we'd be talking that long.
CP, it's one of those things.
There's so many tools to talk about.
It's just one of those things where Purely was at the store today and
he just had to buy things.
It said Virtually Indestructible, and I felt the need to have to test that out. It was.
It was basically.
It was telling me that I needed to do it.
I needed, yeah.
At least check it out. Somebody's got to do it, right? I mean, if it's not me, who else is going to do it? They still work.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But
we've gotten lots of good ideas from people in the chat about what to do with the light. Submerging it in oil, putting it on a string, and driving it around town. So if you have any super cool ideas about what we can do to this flashlight to see if we can destruct it.
I feel like somebody else has driven something around before and dragged it around, but that's a really great idea.
Oh, and asking Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards if they can drive their forklift over it.
Yep.
So.
You ever saw the channel How Ridiculous? I'm sure I've seen certain pieces of it. It's not one that I particularly...
I think they're talking about Brad's workbench. If you look at the comment above. Brad's workbench giving you a hard time tonight. Oh,
I don't know.
Well, we missed it. I guess we were either being parents or...
Brad went live, I think, at 8 or something. He posted some things out there.
Oh. Sorry, Brad, I don't follow you.
She barely follows me. The last time she's like, you released a video, I didn't get notified. And I'm like,
yeah, my phone didn't notify me. I normally do, and I watch it a lot of times. Sometimes I just put it on and walk away just to give the channel support.
Did you get notified of the last video?
No.
You didn't get notified of the one where I went around the toolbox and put tools away and talked about brands?
No, I didn't.
And we even unsubscribed.
Yeah, I unsubscribed and resubscribed.
Weird.
Oh, sounds like CP went live tonight. Hey, thanks for hopping off your live stream and joining Chris for a hot minute.
Brad and CP went live at the same time tonight. Ooh, interesting. Check out how ridiculous you want some ideas of torture testing. We'll have to check it out. But I mean, it has to be within reason. Things that actually might accidentally happen. I mean, we're not going to sit there and take a blowtorch to it because we know it has regular batteries in it. And so, you know.
Tarek says he hasn't gotten a notification in a while. It's not just me.
It's so weird. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, thanks for finding us anyway tonight, guys, even if you didn't get a notification.
YouTube does crazy things. What can we say? That's just, we're just creators. That's all I know. Well, guys, I do appreciate you joining the channel for a little bit here. We had a lot of fun throwing around some flashlights.
There weren't really any injuries, so I feel like that's a success.
At this point in time, I actually do feel a little defeated. It does say virtually indestructible, and I have to say that so far, it is virtually indestructible.
Why does that make you feel defeated?
Because it feels like the flashlight won. And I like to best it. Like you saw what happened.
I didn't really put it.
But I didn't really try, so we didn't try. I mean, you saw what happened to the Tech and Ratchet. I mean, we couldn't let it win.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of things that do survive. And when they do, I mean,
you just haven't had enough time to think of all the things to do to it. It's a good thing you came on and got lots of good ideas from everybody in the live stream. I feel like you can win. You just haven't given it enough time.
That's life. If you just give it enough time and throw enough money at it or enough resources.
You don't have to throw money at it. You just got to get creative.
Within reason. I mean, it can survive going through a combine.
Oh man, I wish we had a combine to I feel like it'd be like Plinko.
That could really mess some things up. But I mean, it's just aluminum. It's soft aluminum.
Can we come visit you in Iowa for a hot minute, CP? I feel like we could make this work.
I feel like if we get a steamroller.
Well, okay, that's gotta.
Not necessarily. If it's going on asphalt, it's just gonna smash it right in the asphalt.
CP, I know some guys. Blender. I feel like honestly, if you put it in the blender, I feel like it would just bounce.
It's aluminum.
Well, but the rubber would just ricochet.
I wonder at the end of the day how much a recycler would give me for the aluminum on that.
Shoot it.
Yeah.
Hey, were you in here, old school repair, when Chris was talking about taking the Ryobi nail gun thing? I don't know what to call that.
Yeah, we might shoot it with the air nailer. I mean, we don't have a battery in here, so.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay. It's okay.
I always assume it's loaded. Shooting in demo range stuff.
I mean, technically, if you took the battery pack out of it, you could shoot it right through the aluminum housing and you'd be able to put it back together.
I mean, if you did shoot it, you could just be like, hey, I was at the range and I didn't realize my flashlight just happened to be by the target and I just had a really bad shot and it was just it's a great hit on my flashlight. I mean, I totally missed the target, but
you just take that flashlight and your duct tape and you're like, I just happened to be at the range today and I happened to leave as you're taping up the flashlight to the bullseye, just happened to accidentally leave my flashlight up here.
Yeah, good work. All right. Payment going down Friday. I'll go to Lowe's and get one and then see if the guys will run it over for me with the roller. Oh, yes, Tarek, do it.
And then tell us how the warranty works.
Oh, yes. Yes.
The price, I mean, the face, man, we're going to destroy this thing. We're going to see what we can
I
fine
feel
to
like
do.
you should have gotten another one. There was a guy that did videos putting stuff in blenders. I feel like I saw that, and he put like all sorts of different things in there. I've seen a few of the videos. It was a long time ago.
Yes.
I should go buy one and post videos of everyone trying to destroy. Yes. I feel like we could see who was the most creative.
Yeah,
Do like a poll. Like,
all right, that's the weekend goal.
yeah.
We can do
everybody go get
hashtag
this.
virtually indestructible.
Put it in Jello, then shoot it. Oh, cool. United effort to destroy the flashlight.
And it doesn't matter. Like you could spend as little as
Microwave.
what is it, $12.97. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the microwave's going to fry some internals. It's the lumens. Yeah, I don't know. I probably wouldn't do that.
You gotta like come up with a hashtag so that when you release your video, like it's the hashtag. You gotta.
The Cobalt Virtually Indestructible Challenge. Challenge accepted.
Cobalt Virtually Indestructible.
All right, so I guess that's our weekend project.
I feel like it should just be Cobalt flashlight.
Yeah. They didn't know what they started.
See, everybody's on board. Start a movement.
What with me, I destroy it, no problem. 9 pounds should be just fine. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, we do have the little mini sledge here. And since it's just soft aluminum, I mean,
Ooh.
that'll be able to take it out.
This is what I thought was that.
I mean, one swift whack at that end, it's done.
Yeah.
But see, like that's really not. It's not very fair.
I feel like you have to like.
You could drop this.
I feel like you should like. Oh, it like fell off my workbench.
We should go up to like one of the like Mahoney or something like that. See if we can drop it off the tower.
Yeah.
It's like a good 26 to 30 stories.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Hey, we got our state park sticker, so
yeah.
Let's go. Hey, you don't have anything going on tomorrow?
410. Yeah, that'll take care of it.
Over the counter dynamite, basically.
30-06, that'll be good. Hot fast 22-250, that'll take it out. Yeah, microwave could be destroyed. Ooh. Nice fireworks.
Oh, old school repair. Put it under a mower. Now that could be legit because let's say like it fell in the leaves and you didn't know it was in the leaves and you went to go mow up your
We do have that extra mower. I wonder if I can get that started.
It's gone. Or the one under the deck.
The one under the deck. Yeah. The one that we wanted to cut in half.
We still could.
We could
do both. Oh man, who was that?
Explosive. Strap some bottle rockets to it.
Old school repair shop. I'm gonna take a screenshot. That was his idea.
Make sure you get the bottle rocket thingy in there too.
Oh, I don't have the bottle rocket.
I don't have an Acme one, but I might have one of the.
What bottle rocket do we own?
One of the larger things from Missouri. But we might have used them all.
Is that CP strapping a thing to it? Oh, I think it's on the same thing.
Perfect.
Okay, Midwest has called baseball bat, so I guess none of you guys can take that.
You can tape it to the barrel of a 50 cal.
Oh gosh. There you go, Steven.
For very, very short amounts of time. Tannerite.
Tannerite is wasn't sure how you spell or pronounce that.
I wonder if you get that.
What is tannerite?
That's the stuff, the explosive targets.
Oh.
You might be able to get that at Shields, but it's pretty expensive.
No, I want to take a old school repair shop's idea and do them over.
My Harbor Freight one didn't last long under the seat. Yes, it's at Shields, he said. So yeah, we could get some tannerite there. I thought it is, but it's pretty expensive if I remember right, compared to some of the other sources that I've seen. But they do have it. So very, very good ideas.
Gosh.
Lots of ideas. My wife's got her brain turning. She'll probably be up for an hour or two.
Guys, I've been thinking.
It'll be the most excited she's been for a Saturday.
Saturday tool time.
Tool torture time.
Oh, that's even better.
TTT. Tool torture time. Has anybody coined the tool torture time yet? I mean, I saw tool test raw, tool test live, tool test torture.
Trademark pending. Can't take it.
Oh, well.
Carbon and magnesium. I don't even know what magnesium would do, but
it's gonna burn hot. White. That's your white hot. That's some science.
Yeah.
Yep. The magnesium strips were some of my very hot burning wicks back in the day.
Okay. I'm not familiar with what magnesium does.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get any C4 anytime soon. Stick it in a running engine, send it to Demo Ranch. I'm not probably going to get any thermite.
I feel like I've heard of thermite. Matt, how do you pronounce that?
That's the guy at Demo Ranch.
Karcher?
Use a magnesium flare.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I feel like we should ask our kids' opinion too in the morning. Like, how would an 8, 6, and 3-year-old try and break a flashlight? Whose idea is best?
I'm sure they would lose it before they would break it. That's what I feel like would happen.
But it wouldn't be destructed.
Yeah, it'd be vanished. Lost. Yep, lost forever. Well, we had a great time tonight, guys. This video was brought to you by nobody other than my wife and myself. We would like to thank this SunX Tool Koozie for providing enjoyment to my wife so that her beverage did not get warm super fast. We picked that up at the SEMA show last year when we got a chance to check out their booth. Unfortunately, this year there will be no SEMA activities for a lot of people, so that is a sad time.
Perfect sponsors. Yeah. This video was sponsored by me.
Yes. At the end of the day, this channel is sponsored by nobody other than my wife.
The wife.
My wife's love and support, and my irresponsibility.
Oh.
And enjoyment of all things tools.
Bud.
I want a blue wrench. Sure.
I feel like, so is it cool if I take your idea?
I think I can suffice on that. There we go. Done. You got a blue wrench.
Kid tested, yeah.
Kid
CP,
tested.
Perfect sponsors. Thank you, CP.
Kid tested, mother approved.
Yes. Yes, perfect. There we go. Man, all those other videos that you want to do, just like pretend that they don't even exist. The only thing that matters.
The shiny new object
is your flashlight.
So excited, guys. All right, I've never been so excited over a flashlight, and maybe you should or shouldn't. Whatever brings enjoyment to your life, really appreciate you guys harnessing that, finding that, and even sharing any of that with me. I had an awesome time tonight. I'm disappointed that we didn't destroy the flashlight.
There was a reason.
There's
so that you could get all these ideas from everyone else.
And we do appreciate the support of Cobalt with their Virtually Indestructible tagline. This video could not be possible without their flashlight.
And who knows, in a few weeks, Cobalt could be announcing you as the only person who is able to destruct it.
I think after this channel conversation chat, I think there's a lot of people that have some very strategic ideas that would
better beat them to
demolish. You know what? When they get a chance to get C4 to destroy their Cobalt light, let me know how that worked out for you.
Virtually, asterisk, don't do what this person did.
Yes. At the end of the day, be safe, have fun, enjoy the time you have, spend it with your loved ones. Tools can be fun. Make sure you use them appropriately. We really mistreated our tools tonight, and that's typically not how we use them in real life, just on YouTube, because that's what people want to see. We do it so you don't have to. You come up with ideas, and we try to enact them, but not in everyday scenarios and not in everyday life. I know Kelly, the BX23, will mess it up good.
And Tark has a great idea.
Cabinets for a New Year's resolution. Heck, if it lives, I want to try it on my diesel Kubota. Good night, CP. Husband tested, wife approved. I want a blue wrench. You got it.
Did he get it?
We like cobalt blue. Jim, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for the comment. We enjoyed hanging out with all of you guys. I know I did. I really enjoyed all your ideas for the flashlight.
Thanks for hanging with us, not only from Friday and into Saturday, depending on where you live. Hope you have a great Saturday. And as always, guys, gals, and everybody out there, work smarter, not harder. And we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.